Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents You Know What It Is, Say What Wednesday. So glad to have you guys here. It's going to be a great show. So I'm glad you're tuning in. Again, it's going to be a special one. We got a couple announcements this week, important announcements. So we're going to definitely dive into that. We're going to also talk about the what's going on in the cinematic universe and how that's going to actually affect our collecting community. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit. I know one of these is going to be right up Riley's alley, so he's going to be extremely excited about that when we talk about that one. But yeah, I'm so glad to actually have you here. And of course, I can't do it without this incredible panel of individuals that we actually have on here with us tonight. I mean, you know what it is, man. It's like a good group of individuals, my bros. So let me go ahead and bring them in. How y'all guys doing tonight? How y'all doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's up with y'all?
What is up with y'all? How you doing? So, man, Riley, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother? You good?
I'm great, man. Nice Wednesday night. It's cold here in LA and Cali, man. It's been freezing. So I'm excited for the show, though. Thank you for the invite, Leo. Let's go, man.
It's crazy that you say that because it was like 63 degrees here.
Yep.
Today.
Really?
It was nice and warm out. So definitely, I saw a whole bunch of people with shorts, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that serious. It's not
What's the temperature in LA?
What if I told you Cali cold is like 58 degrees?
It was kind of chilly.
That's like nice weather.
That's probably like nothing to you guys. Yeah, probably.
Word, 58 degrees. That is.
It's 55 right now.
It's spring.
55.
That's called spring.
That's called spring
like
weather. Like 63.
Yeah,
that's spring weather.
Yeah, but it's colder for Riley though.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is it colder for Riley?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he lives in the garage.
Yeah, my setup's in my garage. So
Okay.
Yeah, so like he doesn't have like insulation and stuff, so it's colder for Riley.
It still looks good. Well, Riley, thank you for basically being here, brother. I know you cold, but we're gonna try to get through it. And welcome back.
There he is.
Himself all day, every day. We got Killer Cam back in the building, man. What's going on with you,
back,
brother?
man? Thank you for allowing me back, man.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I was expecting an afro, a full beard.
It was close. It got there for a little bit. I decided to do a shape up for a second, and I was like, you know what, this might be fitting. I kind of looked homeless for a little bit. So yeah, man, glad to be here.
How's your hairline?
Always.
It feels good. But I mean, obviously, I took the 2-week hiatus for to welcome our baby girl into the world.
Oh yeah.
So super excited. I will say this though, the things I saw in that hospital room could never happen to a man. Okay,
For sure.
There's no way.
That's 100%.
If we're lucky, it'd come out our belly button. Okay, so I was looking. I was like, man. But
Did you cut the umbilical cord?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Dude, that's weird.
You a man. I didn't do that.
Yeah, no. So this is my third go around.
They
So
looked
like,
at me and it was like, "You want to cut the umbilical?" I was like, "No, I'll leave that to the professionals."
Yeah. That's just like cutting a water hose. That's just like
it's
weird,
pretty,
man.
It's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. So like they were like, you had to really like get in there to
get through it. Takes a few to
I
get
know.
through it.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know.
It was crazy.
Watch your words, man.
So Cam, let me push you on game real quick. So my first child, my daughter, my oldest, when she was born, easy peasy, went in, cut the umbilical cord. They put her in my arms. She was crying. They put her in my arms. She stopped crying. Everything was cool. Easy.
Right.
My second child, bro, like literally, it was the hardest situation because they got her out. But as they were doing it, her mom threw up all over me, like literally threw up all over me and ever. And then on top of that, because her family culturally, for them, because they're Slovenian Macedonian, and Slovenian Macedonian and Polynesian, so there's like a total mix.
Right.
So in some cultures, they actually fry and eat the placenta.
Yeah. The lady. So the first when my middle daughter came out, they just threw all that stuff away. This time the lady put it on like a platter and she was like, look at this, and this is all the nutrients.
Yeah.
I'm like, go and get that.
Yeah.
Get that out of here. I ain't about to be making no mineral
Yeah.
powder. So you good.
Well, they do
it's
it because of the simple fact that there are nutrients in
Oh
it.
yeah.
And they feed it to like sometimes they'll even tell the mother to eat it to kind of
Because it'll go through her.
Helps with
Like it's
postpartum.
crazy, bro. Like I'm like,
Nah, bro, you made that shit up.
dude.
No, that's
No,
a fact.
It's
That's
true.
a
That's a
fact.
fact.
No. Like
It's
for real,
true.
just
Just
people do that.
experience
That's a
total
fact.
mind
That's a
fucking
fact.
you right now.
People
That's a
like
fact.
cook it
Why-
and
why would they
dehydrate
eat
it
it,
and then
though?
turn
Why
it
would
into
they-
There's
Because
nutrients in
it's
it.
in it,
nutrients, and
yeah.
that's how the baby survived.
It's just
Because
like breastfeeding with the baby. All
Yeah.
the nutrients come out of it.
All the
So
So
nutrients
it's-
who
and
eats
everything
it?
in
Who
it.
eats it?
The
The
mom
female,
usually
the
does,
mom.
yeah.
The mom would actually
And then
eat it. They
through her
fried it.
breast milk, the baby
Yeah.
would get it through the nutrients
know,
again, like a second time.
Damn.
over.
When my dogs had puppies, like they ate the placenta, but I didn't know that was like a thing people do too.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon.
The more you know.
You're
I
actually
heard people
correct.
from Turkey do that. So
Good for stem cell donation as well. Definitely.
Very
So
true.
there's a lot.
Very true.
That placenta, bro. Like there's people who sell it. Like they literally sell it.
Damn.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
Like
things
I'm
in
gonna
it.
buy
He's like, how
that.
can I get a hand on some of this placenta?
well, this
Yeah.
California, I'm pretty sure we
Don't they
can
make,
find
I've heard they make freeze it and powder, like chop it up, make it into powder and turn it into pills as well, so they can just
Yeah.
take
How
the
much do
pills.
you
Yeah, like
think that
that.
would-
Really?
That's what my
Yeah.
wife did. Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
does it go for?
I-
That I don't
What's
know.
the market price?
It's a grail.
Right.
It's a grail.
What's
How
the
many
what's the
figures do I
NRD
need
on
to
one of
sell?
those?
You're gonna have to find that out on the black market.
Say it's
Yeah.
black markety right now. I'm like,
I was gonna say because
About
then
to
when Will
cut
comes
us.
over in July, supposedly we can try some.
Yeah, we can all eat a
Nah,
Let's not put together now.
Yeah,
That's
I
I don't think
yeah.
it's like,
No.
you know, like
Yeah, not doing all that.
all right. Calvin's like,
Calvin, what's
Calvin
going?
Calvin wants to go to TJ. He's down to eat a fucking placenta. Or something.
Yeah, I can cross the border. I ain't eating nobody's
I'm in Salem
placentas.
right now.
There you go. Calvin, what's
No,
going
you
on,
said
man?
last
So
time.
good to have you here, bro. How you doing, man?
Good to see my brothers, man. I'm good, man. Just hanging out as usual. You know what I'm saying? Watching the shit. That's it. Just watching the shit.
There you go, bro. There you go, man. So glad to actually have you here, man. I know you always sometimes on the road. So, and I know with these announcements that came this week, is so you on the show the other day, you was hitting me up. Yeah, I'm putting this on. I'm putting this together. I'm hitting up customs for this. I'm doing that. So definitely there was some excitement the other day about that Batman release, man.
nice.
So
Definitely.
definitely excited about it all day, every day. Carlos, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. I had an endoscopy yesterday and that went really good. I just have a little bit of gastritis, which I don't know how that happened, but I do. And that's pretty much it. Doing
Yeah.
good. I was really tired today, and
Yeah,
I'm excited to be here to talk about, talk shit to all you guys. So
yeah.
pretty excited.
As
That-
always.
No talking shit tonight. No talking shit tonight. So no, listen, no. So I mean, endoscopy, bro. When I had it, they put me. I'm glad because I had both the endoscopy and the colonoscopy, and they put me to sleep both
Yeah.
times.
What
It's
is
like
that
you-
endoscopy? What is that?
They take the tube and stick it down your throat.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
they
look to
have
look
to-
at your
they have to look at your-
stomach or your
Yeah.
lower your intestines.
Yeah.
Your lower
Oh,
intestines. They want to
I
make
probably
sure
need one of those
everything.
myself.
Yeah, bro, it's good. I mean, like you're gonna like probably. Well, a colonoscopy, they probably don't suggest that. Like unless you have like serious stomach issues, you're supposed to get that like around 50. Like
Yeah.
early, whatever. So.
I thought for black men it's supposed to be we're in that range, that 40, 45.
Yeah,
40,
but 40,
40,
yeah.
45,
See,
yeah.
I've had mine done. I had mine done when I was about so I had to have it done, about 45, whatever. So I had that done then. But this, the next time I actually have to get it done is at 50, just to kind of make sure. So
Yeah, I had one
50
at
years old.
30.
I got to get it
I had-
done.
Yeah, because black men or just black people in general, I think you guys have a higher chance of colon cancer, right?
Colon
so that's
cancer.
what
Colon
yeah,
cancer,
yeah,
yeah. Polyps,
yeah.
and they want to check to
Yeah.
basically make sure that there's no
Damn.
polyps and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. So, man, thank you for being here as always. Useby, what's going on with you, brother?
You know, I like the
Enabling?
new.
You enabling people? Huh?
Look, I like the new direction of the podcast. So this is becoming a
Yeah, I'm
medical,
learning a
medical
lot.
and dad
I'm learning a
podcast.
lot.
So listen, guys, I got some
right.
psoriasis, and maybe I could show some pictures on here, get the medical
$1,000.
opinion on it, and yeah.
Wow.
No, what's up? Yeah, just hanging out, man. Getting ready to go out of town next week to Lake Arrowhead for a few days with the family for my wife's
yep.
birthday.
I
Valentine's Day was yesterday. We stayed at home and ate chicken wings because
Nice.
F all that nonsense about going out.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
And
Same.
yeah, man, other than that, dude, just trying to figure out where the hell I'm going to put speeders in my collection because I cannot figure out a space to fit those things because they're way bigger in person than I thought they would be. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
guys, a placenta according to Will goes for $50,000.
Bro, that's what the internet said. So,
That's a lot of money for like collecting.
My
bro,
wife's not eating that. They're not
no,
eating
she ain't
it,
eating
so.
shit, bro.
How much does it go for? You say again?
50,000.
50,000.
Yeah.
50
Yeah, bro.
on the
Dude,
street.
that's a
So
new-
I could
Yeah,
take
bro.
my wife's placenta
What?
and sell it for 50K
Oh my
on the
God.
street.
Time out. Well, you got
Cam's like, why did I throw it away? Why did I throw it out?
Look at Cam.
You can't like fuck.
That shit was free. It was free, and we threw it in the trash.
You gotta call the hospital, bro. Call the hospital.
It's
It's gone. It's gone
See if they
now.
still got
They
it.
probably sold it. They probably
Yeah, they
sold it.
probably did.
So I'm like,
in Cam's defense, when you look, I don't have no kids, but unfortunately, I've been through the process twice. Sore from the other day.
Yeah.
You see that shit come out, last thing you're thinking about is trying to
yeah,
keep
last
it.
thing I'm thinking about is like,
It looks like an
How much
alien
on the
coming out.
market
You
is
can
it?
see him.
So here's
But
the thing.
now,
If you see them put it in a bag, and if they wrap it up and they put it on ice, they ain't throwing that shit out.
well, I just saw her walk out. It was like on a tray,
Yeah.
like she was about to put it
well,
like.
can you keep it? Can you
like a
be like,
pizza or
hey,
some shit, like-
I have a buyer for this?
No, you can request keep it.
You can
You can
keep
tell
it.
'em, yeah,
Like you
I
can
want it.
literally keep it. You can request
Dude,
to actually keep
Is
it.
this
And-
legal?
Yeah, it's legal, bro.
I just
I want to sell mine.
I mean, it's yours. It came out.
You don't have one, Will.
I have a placenta.
I saw it on the like.
You better not.
I
don't
looked
think
over
so.
and
I
saw
don't
it
think
like
you
on the
do.
tray, and I was holding my kid, and I'm holding my baby, and I'm looking at it on the tray, and I was like,
Shit, I'd be holding that thing. I'd be like, this is 50K right here. I'm
Right
not
on.
collecting.
Oh
You
yeah.
may be like,
Well,
oh, I'm
now
in
we
debt.
know.
Go have
That
a
shit look
I'm
like
gonna
something
tell
out
you,
of
listen,
Disney.
You know what? going forward right now, I bet you everybody like Jay, if you have another baby, you're gonna be like, yeah, can you back that up real quick?
I need that.
Yeah, just I'm gonna need that.
Yeah.
Put that,
I'm
back that up, put
I
that in
can
the
put
brown
that. I can
paper.
put that on the next one's college fund. Come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
Exactly. Bag
I'm gonna
that
sell that
up.
shit on Macari.
Now,
Dude.
read this.
You might be able to walk out of the hospital and be like, I got a placenta.
Yeah,
I got a
Bro, it says
placenta for
we
sale. They'd be like, what'd you
estimate.
say? A placenta for sale. I got a placenta for sale.
We estimate
50K,
a conservative,
Hell
a
yeah.
conservative
They
street
said-
value is 50,000.
New in
Conservative.
box.
I
gotta go knock on my girl right now.
Let's go. I mean,
Never displayed.
never displayed. Will, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing?
Not much, bro. I learned a lot about placentas tonight. So, if
telling you,
anything,
bro.
this is a very educational show, man.
I'm
So,
telling you, bro.
happy to be here, dude. I had no idea they were. I don't know if that article was right, but I looked it up. How much is a placenta worth? And it's 50K, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it
Dude,
said.
I was thinking $1,000. I was like, cool, we'll have one when you
Nah.
come
even
down.
then,
Nah.
then, I would be like, you ain't eating that $1,000 because
$1,000.
I need that money.
$1,000?
Dude,
But
that's
see,
a lot
that's
of money,
that. The
dude.
thing is, culturally, in some cultures,
Right,
it's
makes sense.
best. For them is to eat it.
Yeah,
It's
right,
and they'll cook it up and
That's an
everything.
expensive meal.
Yeah, they'll cook that shit up and eat it. bro.
$50,000
That's
meal.
that's like almost having veal or veal tongue.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
right,
having it
right.
like
Wagyu. That's like having
Real,
wagyu.
real quick,
Wagyu.
my boy's girl had puppies the other day, and the mom dog, she ate all 6 of her placentas right afterwards.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
that's
Yeah.
what dogs do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should've-
But humans, clearly humans too.
Yeah, humans do it too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's what
but
it is,
anyway.
man.
Imagine, dude, I would have to set up like a buyer and be like, you want it fresh? You can just wait outside the delivery door. I'll give it to you fresh.
Oh my god.
Do you
know
want
what I
the
mean?
brown shipper or not?
Brown shit.
Because
Could you imagine somebody
still
walking
in
that
box.
shit out like it's like a buy trade, like it's Coke, some Coke or something? Like you just walk looking around,
Yeah,
like
true.
just, yo, take that shit real quick. Just put that money.
I would have
I'd
I'd have my hood up and I'd be
Pop.
like, yo, you want this placenta?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, but look, I'm gonna come out, pop the trunk. You just drive off. Cash at me right now.
Take it
Yeah.
and just be out
Dude,
straight up.
What kind of placenta is it? Well, all she ate was organic. So
Yeah,
it's a clean placenta. It's an organic
It's
placenta.
Organic.
She had all organic food. She's vegan. So
We
you
didn't have the
worry about-
GMO shit. Okay, she had
Exactly.
organic
Dude,
shit from Whole Foods.
priceless.
Okay, this is
Priceless.
clean.
Dude, I've been
There we
doing this
go.
all wrong. Like I'm in
Hell yeah.
no
Hell
more
yeah.
condoms, okay? No more. We're
Dude,
getting
be
those
like,
placentas.
Condoms, $50,000. Condoms, $50,000.
Oh my
Straight up.
god.
Anyway, bro, happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm glad you were well educated now.
Yeah, I'm
now you know
educated
what
now,
to do.
bro.
Yeah, you know exactly what to do.
Yep.
Brother cousin Jay, what's going on with you, man? I mean, listen, you've already gone through it, so
Yep.
but it's never too late. It's never too late. You know?
It's funny because I mean today is actually my kid's birthday, so I'm just thinking
Oh,
about all I went through a year ago, and I'm like, damn, I could have 50K.
Gotta use that throughout that year, right?
I
I'm
wouldn't have
like,
been squeamish, brother. I would not.
Yeah, hell no.
I was like, oh no, get to bag that up.
Bag it up. Let's go. They'd be like, they wouldn't even have to ask you. They'd be like, so do you? Yeah, just put it in the bag.
The worst part is I've got 3 of them, and I didn't. That's
50K, bro.
That's
Oh,
150K right there.
Yep.
man.
Dude, and that tells me that if you're in a pinch, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna sell this for 25. That thing's gonna fly off the shelf.
There you go.
That is
It's like a
it.
sideshow discount, bro. Yeah.
Right.
On ice. There you go. Let me address this amazing chat, man. We got
People's
everybody
NRDs and
out
shit.
here. We got 6 Scale Mafia out there. Thank you for being here, my bro. We got Blurred Dad. We got Thule in the building. DT Art, man. We got OG Mando in the building. We got Brandon Altman. He's like placenta on ice. That's what I'm talking about. We got Woodman. We got Mike Fiala. We got Shelf Scenes in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. We got Windman. We got Justin McFly out there. We got OG Fan with Star Wars was just Star Wars. My guy. Thank you for being here. FBJ. We got Joker J in the building, slinging placentas on the corner. You already know that. That's going to definitely be the new thing. We got Charlie the Unicorn. Thank you for being here. He said that will buy a lot of crack. we got Julie in the building. He said, hit that like button. Definitely make sure you hit that like button if you're on your way.
Dude, we need to create like a placentanearyou.com or some shit like that. Dude, for real.
Straight up. We got Rocker Man Chris in the building. Thank you for being here. He said you would have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, you would.
Right.
Straight
That's a
up.
1099 right there.
Blitz 0065 is in the building. Thank you for being here. My bro, Louis LeBitz is in the building. Thank you for being here. FBJ, Hometown Heroes. He said 50K. That's like 1.5 years of every hot tour at every hot tour.
Yep.
Woo! Damn, that's crazy. Blurred Dad Life. We actually have here. Who else do we have in the Renz? The great Renz Talentino is in here. He said, "Call out." That's the year's supply of Marvel figures, bro. Look at Cam like
True.
That's
Fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Because the worst part is it was only 2 weeks ago, so I'm like, maybe I can go digging through.
Yeah, right. You could do the trash, try to find it.
transplant to see if they got.
my god.
We
I
got
came in
brother
here
Cousins.
last week.
We got Elvin. So he said, "Did Carlos really say you guys?"
Dude, this is an umbilical cord is worth around $2,000. I didn't know this.
Bro, it's the human anatomy. All of that shit has minerals and shit in it.
See,
bro.
I'm
Literally.
telling
That
you,
is
bro.
crazy.
I would have
telling
sold
you.
that umbilical cord too.
Yo, that's a lot. That's a half scale.
That's a package deal, bro. I mean,
Dude, I'll be like, buy my placenta. I'll throw in the umbilical cord.
that's
for
what they
free.
call a
It's
2-pack.
fucked up.
Okay.
We're having conversations about stuff. Like literally, nobody's talking about like how good it would be for stem cell research and stuff like that.
Nah,
We
bro,
talk
it's a
about,
2-pack.
Yo, that's a 2-pack. That's a figure.
I
That's
don't know. I don't know what I'm doing
That's a
here, bro.
DeLorean. That's a
Bro,
yo,
you got
damn.
Nightmare Batman and Superman, and you got the umbilical,
Hey, yo.
umbilical cord and the
Hey,
placenta.
you know what?
Okay,
The fucking
those
part
are the
about it is-
2-pack grails of the
The
year.
quietest one on the panel right now is Riley because he's down there taking
Yeah,
notes.
Riley's like taking
I'm
notes.
writing
He's
this
like,
all
"Oh,
in. I'm
I'm
writing
gonna sell them. I'm gonna
Get a girl pregnant.
I'm putting it in my notes.
He said,
Next 10 years we'll be rich.
you know what I mean?
"Hell yeah, pure
They're like,
stewards
oh,
in
you
the
want
building."
to cut the umbilical cord? Let me cut it real close. The
Yeah,
more I can-
Yeah. We got pure stewards. We got superhero displays in the building. Thank you for being here. As always, Thor Anacostia is in the building. Thank you for being here. El Profesoro, as always. Who else do we have out there? Larry Walker, Renz, Blitz. We have who else do we have? Anybody else that I passed over that I didn't mention? Jazzy's in the building, or Jay-Z's in the building. We got actually a super chat here from my man Superhero Displays. He said, "Never has this show title been more fitting." Definitely, bro. It has. Definitely, it has been, man. Who else we got? He said, "Say what?" We got congratulations, my brother Cam from Two Ferns, as always. Late Bloomer is in the building. Thank you for being here, as always. Boba Fettuccini is actually in the building. Thank you for being here. SBB out there. Thank you for being here with us. Pedro Lopez. We got my bro K Carter is in the building. K Carter. His name sounds like an album cover, like a name of an album, like K Carter.
Yeah, it
That's where we
does.
go, man. Always. Who else do we have here? Sean Breeze Collectibles. My man Sean Breeze is always good to have him on the show. Got to get him back here. We got Darth Reese. Slugging 16. Who else do we have? SpongeBob Square Balls is back in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. As always, Roll Me One Canola.
That's a sick username.
Best
Yo,
name
that
Roll me
ever.
one Kenobi.
the
Best name
dopest
ever.
name I
That's a
have
good one.
ever
That's really
seen. Roll me one Kenobi.
Off to a hell of a start
Great.
tonight.
That's great.
Salute to you, my guy. That name was so incredible, man. Roll me one Kenobi.
That's pretty dope.
1/6 shape. And I'm just gonna keep that shit up there for a while so people can take that in. Take it in. Roll me one
Had a baby,
Kenobi.
too.
That is the dopest name, straight up.
He's about to sell that placenta.
Hopefully, he
Yeah.
kept it.
Yo, he said definitely, man. Everybody got everybody think about that placenta. But yes, so it's great to have you guys here. Everybody out there, it's going to be a great show. So I want to start with this right off the bat. Riley, got to start with you on this one, bro, because like I said, it's exciting. We have gotten some news. Actually, I guess it came yesterday, but it was more so prevalent today. They made it official that we are going to actually see a Spider-Man. We are actually going to get that. They said the script is already done. It's being turned in so they can read through everything. So I know that Tom Holland is happy about that. We are going to finally get a chance to see this particular suit. It's the suit that I have been wanting to see for the longest time in live action. I'm so glad they are going to do it. Now, the question is, with this move, with this right here, now, depending on what direction that they go, what villains we get, you know, and if they're going to actually tie this in with the multiverse in some way, shape, or form, you know, with everything that's currently happening. Are you excited about this, Riley? First off, are you excited?
Hell yeah, I'm excited about this, man. This is gonna be awesome. I mean, once I saw that they're I think they said they're already writing it, so that must mean that it's somewhat in the works to be coming out soon. Hopefully, they don't take too long because. Yeah, it's always nice when you got a new Spider-Man movie coming up. I mean, it gets everyone excited. It's always a fun movie to see. And yeah, especially seeing this suit, like you said, in live action again. I mean, we saw it for like 30 seconds, so it was really dark. So when we finally see it like in the light, it's gonna be badass. I can't wait. And yeah, this figure we obviously got the figure from Hot Toys. That's also exciting. And yeah, just the future of Spider-Man is super exciting. And like people talked about, like him possibly like there's talks of them like pairing with Daredevil. Like that would be dope. That'd be really cool to see.
Street level heroes,
exactly. So there's a lot of potential with these new movies coming. And then they also teased the symbiote being in his universe now. So I'd imagine that whole Venom thing's gonna happen with him. That's gonna be cool. A Hot Toys version of him in the symbiote suit, like that would be crazy. So a lot of potential for just some badass stuff. So I mean, you know me, like I'm gonna be there day one. I'm excited. So it's
you know what I'm really super excited about is to see him in action in this suit without the tech, without the Stark tech. Just relying purely giving us finally the adult, the grown-up version of Peter that we have been waiting to see, relying on his wits, relying on his senses, his intelligence. That's the person. That's the Peter Parker. This is the Peter Parker that I want to see. And the thing is, whatever we get in this, pockets are going to be emptied out because they're going to go all in. You coming off $1 billion, almost a $2 billion film with No Way Home. And then you going into this, you know, this is going to be highly anticipated. This will be another $1 billion film in their pockets. That's it. Left. That's just no doubt about it. Another $1 billion film actually there. So I know it's going to definitely be exciting. Cam, what do you think, bro? I know you're excited. I mean, I know right now you ain't think about your pockets because coming off the baby,
they're empty. They're already empty still.
Exactly. So you on E, you trying to re-up. You know, sorry about the placenta. Sorry we just talked about that now. If I'd have talked about this earlier on, and it would have gave you some ideas. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm actually online with customer service at the hospital to see if they can. They're not there right now, so it's so weird. But no, yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens in Spider-Man #4. And like Riley said, just to piggyback off of that, as we know, the Venom goop or glob or whatever is now in that universe. So the last thing they were talking about to Eddie Brock and to Venom was about the universe and about this Peter Parker. So hopefully that symbiote is going to go find him now, and hopefully it'll introduce some new characters. I'm hoping to see Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, maybe maybe Chameleon. Maybe we get a glimpse at the Scorpion. We only saw like that.
The small
little cutscene,
bro.
So hopefully he's like one of the little minions for like the Kingpin, and you know we'll see them all pair up. So I'm excited. It'll be great.
Now, would you want to see? And do you think? Here's the thing, and like we're going to talk about that Flash movie in a bit because the thing is, it's like a lot of people have been wanting and petitioning to get the Michael Keaton version of the Vulture back into the Spider-Verse the right way. What we got at the ending of, of course, Morbius didn't, sit with a lot of people the right way. So if we can get that character back in, it would be. I still want to see the right. I want to see the Sinister Six. I definitely want to see that the right way. And there might be potential to do that. Who knows? Again. What I know, if he's going to be able to work back at the Daily Bugle, considering the simple fact that J. Jonah's mind has been wiped, he doesn't know him as being Spider-Man or Peter Parker. You know what I mean? So hopefully we get a chance to see that, man. I'm definitely excited. I can't wait. Useby, what's going on with you, bro? Like, there's no enabling because it's way too early to do so. But we're going to talk about the film right now. There's been no figures released, so you don't have to try to dig in my pockets and convince me to get anything. I already have this version of Spider-Man on pre-order, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, do I actually have to convince you to get anything from the Spider-Man movie? I don't think I do.
It's true.
Yeah, no, I actually missed that they announced this the other day. So when you started talking about this, I frantically Googled it, and I am very excited. I am happy that they have officially said that they're doing this. I mean, I figured it was a foregone conclusion with how well, No Way Home did and all that. So but I'm glad it's, official and that Tom Holland's getting a fourth because he's, I've said this before, I think probably even on the stream that, he's sort of the best of both worlds where Garfield was too cool to be Peter Parker and Tobey Maguire was sort of too not the best Spider-Man that they had. So and he and Tom Holland really is kind of the middle between the two, that he's a great Spider-Man and a great Peter Parker. So I'm glad he's getting another one. Excited to see if they do Venom in this movie or how they're going to do it, because obviously symbiote suit falls into Secret Wars, so I'm wondering if it's going to be like a prequel to that or come after Secret Wars or whatever, because what is it, 2023 now? I guess they could get it in before Secret Wars movie, so who knows, we might see Black Suit Spidey in Secret Wars, which would be dope as hell. So man, I'm second to X-Men. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so really give me anything and everything. Give me the Sinister Six, give me the Rogues Gallery, give me every his Rogues Gallery of every villain he has, and I'm into it. Let's do this. My money's already spent. My pockets are empty for this movie when it comes out. So
definitely,
ready to go, dude. Ready
all day, every day, man. It's definitely going to be something worth watching once it's released, and I'm excited about it. We're going to get a lot of merch from this. They're going to milk it. Come on, like, that's Disney. They know that Spider-Man is money, so they're going to actually bank on that as much as they can. So is Sony, so be prepared for that. Carlos, consider the simple fact that you you auditioned for the adult version of his friend. What's his name? Ned. Are you?
He did.
You did.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Are you excited about this though, bro?
No, I'm actually pretty excited. So I actually liked No Way Home from the second half of the movie, and then the first half, I didn't think it was that good, honestly. I thought it was like a lot of really cheesy shit, but overall, I'm excited, honestly. I can't wait on it to see the, what is it, the fifth movie right now, or the fourth? Is it the fourth now?
The fourth. Yeah.
So I can't, honestly, it's gonna be pretty cool, man. And hopefully, we start getting, like you said, the Sinister Six. I'm really excited, though. I think now that no one knows who he actually is. As everyone has said, he's not going to have the tech. Since obviously I have never read any of the comics, when does Miles Morales ever come into the picture?
Miles Morales is from the he's a multiversal character. So basically,
so he'll come from like Secret Wars or something.
Yeah. So it was the ultimate universe. It was basically a multiverse. He didn't come into it until the multiverse itself was actually destroyed, and they combined what characters that they plucked from each universe into our universe, and that's when he was pulled in.
So like after Secret Wars, then?
No, this happened during. Well, this was it was after Secret Wars, and before the second Secret Wars. This is basically when there was a multiversal threat at that particular time, and he was pulled in. It's a long storyline, but it's definitely worth reading if you want to know anything about how Miles Morales got into our universe. And it was dope. It was definitely so super dope. So, and again, he won't come out in this because in his universe, Peter Parker did die. So that is true. You know, that is the truth that in that verse. So again, you know, there was a whole thing where our Peter got thrusted into that universe, and him and Miles fought because Miles was like, "Oh, you're an imposter," you know. But then again, they hashed that out, so it was cool. So
Gotcha.
definitely a great read. If you want to pick that up, you can, man. But yeah, it's gonna definitely be a.
So I won't see Miles in the fourth one then. So this one happened.
Who
for a while
knows?
then.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know because again, we are leading up to now both Secret Wars and the Kang Dynasty. So you know, who knows what we're going to actually see. So we could possibly get a live action Miles. You never know, because they're going to start plucking, especially for Secret Wars. They could possibly start plucking heroes from different realities, different universes, and bringing them in to kind of fight. Because again, there was a time, if you read, I think it was Avengers Forever, I believe it was, when Kang, well, actually, it wasn't Kang, it was Immortus. So Immortus is a Kang variant. And what happened was sort of what they did was they said that in every known universe, if the Avengers leave Earth, then they will always incur and always bypass and always, you know, like any type of threat, they're going to always come out on top. They're always going to be heroes. So they felt as though the only way to keep them contained was to keep them earthbound. They could not leave. So, and what that happening is they took all the heroes and put them into an alternate universe where their alternate versions of themselves were like conquerors and villains. So it's such a dope read though. But you gotta, I got the book. Yeah. I'll send you like the audio book. I got you.
Thanks, bro.
I'll say shit. Put me on that list.
Got you, bro. Got you, bro.
That sounds dope.
Bro. Yeah, it is. It's such a dope.
It's a Marvel read, Unlimited, doc. It's like I forget how much it is. It's like 100 a year for the top tier one or whatever. But you can read any Marvel thing from 6 months ago till the beginning of time.
Yep, definitely, bro. Definitely get that information. So I'm telling you, it's important to read so you know what's coming, bro. It's dope. Anyway, Cal, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man? What you think about this, man?
Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good ride. We finally get the original suit. We get rid of the Iron Man tech. He's on his own. He's broke. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's what Peter's supposed to be. He's supposed to have struggles.
Yeah, bro.
You know I'm saying? So,
and I'm glad they ended the last movie with that. I'm glad they did that. It made sense.
So I think I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, I heard that, Carlos.
Did he fart? He farted?
Nah, he's just talking shit.
I thought he farted. So what's going on? Well, what you think about this, bro?
Yo, man, I'm super excited about this layout. I honestly think Spider-Man trilogy has actually been probably, I know Carlos might hate this, might be the best trilogy thus far. We're gonna see how Guardians 3 shakes out. I know Carlos loves his Guardians, so I guess we're gonna.
You're gonna tell me Guardians is better? Spider-Man, the first one and second, were better than Guardians 1 and 2.
I think some people might feel that way. I think it depends.
Or wrong.
Yeah, because to me, I think that's a toss-up. I think it's a toss-up.
Not No Way Home. The first two.
Yeah, the first two. But even then, I think that's probably a toss-up. Like I would probably take the Guardians. I think I agree with you there. But I think a lot of people might take the first two spots. People love Homecoming, bro. Homecoming was really, really good. I actually didn't love Homecoming when I saw it in the theaters, but then I watched it again and I was like, okay, I really like this actually. But Far From Home, I think is great. I really like that, and No Way Home, I really love too. So I really
like Far From Home at all.
Yeah, Far From Home I thought was great because I really liked Mysterio. And I liked, Tom Holland and Spider-Man's development in that film. But nonetheless, like everyone has said, Leia, for sure, they're clearly doing something with the symbiote. We just don't know what it's going to be yet. They set that up for a reason. I think they're going to do some sort of black suit Spider-Man. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to play it because they obviously want to do something different than what happened with Toby, right? So they want to do something unique in that sense. But I think there's going to be some sort of cool ass Spider-Man figure that comes from the fourth film, if not more than one. Because he's probably going to have multiple suits in the film like he did in No Way Home. There was 3 or 4 different suits by the end of it. So, I think that's going to happen in the fourth one too. And I think there's going to be some really cool black suit with maybe some Hot Toy is going to do something crazy, bro. It's going to be like a split suit down the middle with the symbiote running up him or something. And then everyone's going to be like, oh my God. And then we're going to look at this one and we're like, man, that one was dope at the time, but then now this one's cooler. Yeah. So that's what happens. But as far as the film goes, layout, I think I'm really excited, bro. I don't think it's going to be John Watts this time, right? It'll probably be someone different.
I don't know. Unless he comes back, it's going to probably be somebody different.
Right. I think it'll probably, which is fine. I mean, I
love this now focusing on Star Wars now. So.
Yeah, and I love what John Watts has done, but I think at this point, we we can have someone else take a crack at it. I'm glad that Tom Holland wants to keep doing these films, and I'm also glad that everybody's winning with this one, because I've seen, Leo, you probably have too, John Campea talk about this a lot, where he talks about how Marvel and Disney and Sony all are like, okay, let's come back to the table because we're all winning out of this deal, so let's keep it running.
It's
basically.
the truth.
Like everyone's happy with how this Spider-Man is shaking out. Everyone's making money. We can still do our other Spider-Man stuff like Spider-Verse and any other shit we want to do. Like, just keep it running, keep it rolling. So
I heard that Tom Holland doesn't want to be Spider-Man past 30. How old is he now?
he's like probably 25 or 26
or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
so I don't know. He, I mean, I would think he maybe
That
do one
all
or two more
change
Spider-Mans.
once he get that bank in his pocket, man.
Yeah,
It-
right,
it-
right. Like for example,
that'll all change.
for example, as much we can give an example to that, Carlos. Like for example, I bet Daisy Ridley would love to come back and play Ray now. So you know, because she's an amazing actress, and I hope she gets more parts. But it's a type of situation where after an iconic, it depends on who you ask, but an iconic big character like that, it's hard to find other roles because people see you as specifically that character.
Yeah.
Even Daniel Radcliffe's had a pretty good career after Harry Potter, but it's still hard to shake that.
It
And
took
it's-
him a while to get to
Yeah.
that point.
I still
And
look at
even
him
then-
as Harry Potter.
Yeah, and, and
Yeah.
for example, I mean, honestly, let's be real. Let's look at RDJ's career after Iron Man. Like, he's not really doing much that we're seeing. So
And that's why
he might
To
come back
Doolittle. Wait a minute. It's like,
Doolittle.
I don't think he has to.
So, I
so
mean,
much
you know,
money
it's
though.
interesting.
He
but
made so
that's
much money.
but that's
from Iron
why
Yeah, he
a
did,
lot
he
of
did.
actors don't want to actually find. They don't want to sign those multi-picture deals. On
Exactly,
these characters
yeah,
because they don't want to actually get pigeonholed. You
Right.
know, and that was the thing with Joaquin Phoenix. He didn't want to actually sign a multi-picture deal. He thought that this was one and done. But your film makes $1 billion, that all changes.
Yeah, and they're like,
Because
Joaquin,
this
we'll give you
film
50
is
million.
gonna
He's
make
like, all
another
right.
bill. It's gonna make this film's gonna make $1 billion. Him, Lady Gaga in that film is gonna make $1 billion, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
Oh,
But-
that's going to make that's going to be.
Yeah, if the first one made money,
Hell
this
yeah,
one will.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
she's probably doing the whole.
And they talk
soundtrack.
about being a musical. This is going to be crazy.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
interesting.
be nuts.
Can you
bro.
imagine how much this next Spider-Man is going to be though? How much is actually going to make though?
Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna make
yeah.
money.
Over
It's
$1
gonna be
billion.
big
Probably
money.
$1 billion.
Well,
It's
see,
gonna
No Way
make
Home
money.
had a lot of nostalgia running for it, so that's why a lot of people I think probably went to go back to see it multiple times. This one, we don't know, so it's going to be very different. I'm not sure that this one makes what No Way Home made, because No Way Home was like
the
it
reason
felt like an
why-
Avengers level film almost. Yeah,
The reason why I say it probably will, and so is a couple of different things. I think with this suit, they're gonna run with this suit for a minute.
yeah.
And the
I hope
reason
so.
why is because it doesn't make sense for him to make any type of changes on his suit because he's not dealing with the same Stark tech. He doesn't have it anymore. So he's not really attached to it. You know, one. And as far as the black suit, we're not going to probably see that until closer to Secret Wars.
Mm.
Right. If you agree with that, Use
If I could find the mute. Yeah, I mean, I think it would either be something he gets at the end, right before Secret Wars, or maybe he gets it in. Maybe he has the his movie, and then it goes right into Secret Wars, and he gets it. I don't know, but
it'd be probably closer to.
Would it
that
be
than we'll
layout
see
kind
it.
of like what happens with Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, where like maybe this Tom Holland is like he's alone, he's a little bit desperate, he has this thing and he feels powerful with this symbiote suit, and he's like, I don't have any friends anymore, I don't have any money, and he's like, oh, this makes me feel good, and he kind of goes for it, and that's kind of what his arc is for the black suit.
See,
Is that what it is?
They sort of modified that story arc in that film because it's not particularly that way with the black suit. Once you know what his it was influenced off of your emotions, what you feel at the time. It basically, like I said, but the symbiote suit, yes, it does that. But for Peter, it was off of sure will. That's why when he had the black suit, he wasn't as menacing as because it's based on his personality.
Right.
He's generally someone who wants to save the world. You know what I mean? So it just works pretty much off of that, but it's slightly modified. So I don't know. I mean, we could see it, but I would probably say it's going to be a few films because again, we know that part of his contract was to do a couple of standalones, but then there's going to also be team ups. So we could see it in another film. You know what I mean? That he might actually get it. So we'll see how that actually works out. And I think I'm gonna go to Jay real quick, bro, because I believe, bro, you as even being 40, 41 years old, you are still young enough to play Miles.
Dude, it's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually there's some cons coming up, and I'm actually going to cosplay as Miles. I actually like real shit. I really am.
Nice.
Do you have the suit already?
I'm actually looking into it. I'm trying to find somebody that can build it. It's a couple of people that I know that can build it. Some guys locally. That I met at cons a couple years ago when the idea was floating through my head. And I'm like, well, since I'm still kind of, young, young looking. Why not?
You might as well
Why
nuke
not?
it.
You looking for one like that's like like the movie or
I'm
from the
looking for
cartoon?
something that's like the
Or a comic book
pretty much
accurate
like
one.
the video game, like
The video
pretty
game,
much-
yeah.
The video
Okay,
game
okay,
suit is
okay.
dope.
I got you.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I may get a couple of because Mouse has some of the best damn costumes in that game, in my opinion.
cool.
So it's a couple of them I probably would have. I mean, the 2099 suit. I mean, shit, I would probably wear that on a regular day with the Jordans and all.
Have you been practicing your poses and all that?
Say that again.
Have you been practicing your poses?
Oh hell no, not yet.
He's gonna work.
I gotta get in shape for that.
He said, oh hell no, I ain't practicing them things right now.
But I mean, with this right here, I mean, yeah, this is the movie. I think this is a movie that a lot of people want to see because I think I know a common thread was going on with these with the Tom Holland trilogy was he really wasn't Spider-Man. He was more like he was kind of like spoiled with all the Tony Stark tech. He really wasn't Spider-Man. He was Spider-Man.
Dependent, yeah.
So with this, we get to see him and at the end of that movie, we saw him become Spider-Man. I loved it. And also to see not only the character grow, but actually see the growth of the actor of Tom Holland himself. When he took this role, he was like 16 years old. He was a kid. And to see his growth as an actor, to be like, damn, he really came with
came into his own,
yeah. And to see this is, I mean, we're definitely going to see a Spider. We're just now really seeing a Spider-Man, and I mean, I think, if you look at that trilogy, and I kind of agree with Will. I'm one of the guys that thinks that's one of the best trilogies out there. I think that trilogy is solid, and it had a lot to do with them having the same director all the way through.
John Watts, who knew it, yeah.
You can't really say that about even though I love the Iron Man, those 3 Iron Man movies, I think Iron Man 3 looking back at it, it's good, but I still think it had some problems. Then some people had problems with Iron Man 2, which I don't understand.
That was ass too.
Great.
I love that film. That film was incredible. I loved it. I don't know what people were smoking on that.
I don't know what they were smoking. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, that shit was dope. We got some of the most iconic figures from that
so sick.
Absolutely. But I think this trilogy is solid. I almost kind of didn't want them to make a 4th one. That's kind of weird to say because I'm like, dude, keep it tight, keep it what it is.
Which one?
Spider-Man. I think the trilogy is tight where it is, but I mean, they love money. I think people will come and see it. And I think also the lack of I hate to say it, but the lack of star power that's in these Marvel properties right now, why not lean on Tom Holland? He's that guy.
The thing is, you're right. You were absolutely, and that's what I was thinking about. I was like, because we had some real star power, going in with the first phase, the first couple of phases. And now it's just kind of rebuilding from that. And for some reason, even like, again, Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm going to see it regardless of what people say, because again, I want to see it for myself. I never listen to critics and stuff like that. But these critic ratings are crazy. Yeah, I'm like, bad. Wow, like real bad.
It's in the toilet.
They're demolishing this film. Like, I'm like, it's already down like what 53% Rotten
So that
Tomatoes.
means it's probably going to be good.
It's slightly better.
Exactly.
Is that the lowest rated Marvel movie?
It's the second.
Probably Eternals would be lower.
Yeah,
Eternals was.
Stand there with Eternals.
Where was Thor?
Oh, it's
Dark World.
Love and Thunder.
It's
Love
like
and Thunder.
60. Love and Thunder's around 60 or something like
Love
that.
and Thunder was like 70 or 60 something.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder is 64.
Lael's favorite movie.
Yeah, Love and Thunder 64. Eternals is 47.
Yeah, see, that's
It'll
crazy.
bounce back up.
And I actually like the Eternals. OG Mando says Lael John Watt's still going to make he left Spider-Man. I don't know. I really don't think that it's gonna be hard to see because like right now he's been recruited. So
Hey, quick question: Is the Kingpin dead?
No,
He can't be dead, right? Like
no,
Not
because he's
even a
He's
actually
gonna be an Echo.
He's gonna be an Echo.
But didn't he get shot in the face? He didn't get shot.
If you read the books,
He
you already
didn't
know.
get shot. He got
I know.
He
but
got
like
shot in the
shot
books. He
line.
was just blinded temporarily, and then he came back. So
51%.
yeah.
bro, he ain't got power.
We got a 1999 super chat by Rocket Man Chris. He's thank you for that, bro. He said, "What if this movie leads to Secret Wars? What if they do Web of Shadow? Ooh, Madam Web or Doctor Gill?
I don't want to say.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Here's the thing, bro. People are really underestimating that. See, here's the thing. Because it's a Sony property, and because they're diverting from the universe that we know, that I'm just saying that Madam Web could be a hidden gem, not because of Madam Web, but because everything else that's involved with it. It could be a hidden gem. So I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Secret Wars, definitely. I can't wait for that. Doctor Doom, say less. Say less. Yes. You already know what it is. Yeah. Say less. He's coming. Doom, say less. He's coming. So yes, we got SpongeBob. Who you say is he what?
Is he cool?
Yeah.
Anyway, SpongeBob SquarePants. If Doctor Doom is cool, motherfucker.
I don't know, man. All I know is from Fantastic Four. That's all I know. I mean, he was
man, dude.
He's cool.
He's cool. With a $10 super chat, Deadpool got the symbiotic first, but he started driving it. It started driving it crazy. That's why Venom went all crazy. Ex-girlfriend on Peter. Yeah. Yes, there's definitely a lot to go with that, bro. Definitely crazy. Let's see here. So I'm gonna stick with you, brother Cousins, on this next one, bro. I'm sticking with you on this one because this is something that, another film that I think is the result of one of the topics that we're gonna have. Because I remember saying that this figure was going to be released or revealed after they showed this trailer. I remember saying it, and that's exactly what they did. But we got the Flash trailer over the weekend during the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the thing. I have never been more excited about a film. Bro, literally, shit looks dope as fuck. Now, listen.
Amazing.
The movie could be ass, but what they did with that trailer, bro, that Ben at like the Batfleck cycle, bro, his suit with the blue and yellow. Come on, the man. I'm excited about that. Supergirl, bro, Carzell. Come on, man. Like, I am so excited about this, bro. Like, what do you think? Let me ask you this, bro. Jay, do you think pockets are going to be damaged from this film, bro?
Oh, absolutely. They're going to kill it. They are going to kill. They're going to go all in with this. The thing that me and second brother talked about this yesterday. The thing that pisses me off about this, if it's good, which I think it's going to be, because they really, if you look at it, they're really it's like, Flashpoint, but Batman. This is really Batman's movie. Let's be honest. It's all about the Batman in this. That's what it's about. But it kind of pisses me off because I'm like, okay, all you guys had to do was a fucking course correction. That's all you had to do. You did not have to wipe the slate clean. And this may be like the end of that whole DCEU universe as we know it. And that's what's kind of pissing me off, because I always thought Ben Affleck was a damn good Batman.
He's a damn good Batman, bro.
A damn good Batman. And I think that's a disservice. You got, come on, man. You got the fucking GOAT back. You got Michael Keaton in the suit looking. And I mean, in the trailer, he was kind of like this. He's like, yeah, that's right, bitches. I'm Batman. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He gave that motherfucker a rock bottom from hell, bro.
Yes. Yes. And oh my God, Supergirl. I'll be honest. I've seen her in this version in the comics. I wasn't that familiar with this version. So I was like, I don't know. Dude, she looked amazing. Bro. I think she's gonna steal the show in this. She looks great. So,
and she was a beast in the comics, bro. And if they make her a beast like that in this film, I'm excited, bro.
I'm excited for everything but Ezra Miller. That's
pretty much.
That's it.
Hey, you know what, bro? Like, I'm gonna go into this film separating my thoughts on this dude and just take the film at face value as him as the character Barry Allen. Yeah, because that's what I want to see.
That's the CC. I'm the type of guy that I could separate the art from the artist. Like, I still watch Seinfeld and Michael Richardson and his I can still so I can say, I'm the kind of the guy I can still listen to R. Kelly songs. So I'm just saying I can separate the art from the artist. So no problem with that.
Drip, drip, drip.
Come on,
that's the classic right there.
That's too funny. But bro. Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. Like I've learned that I have to separate, the character portrayal from the actor and his shenanigans off screen, because I'm like, I'm not going to let that kind of derail my thoughts on the film because I want it to be successful. And from what they're saying and what everybody is saying is that this movie is going to be dope as shit, and everybody's excited about it. So I cannot wait. So yeah, it's definitely only. Usually, what you think about this, bro? You excited? You think are you going to try your best to enable me, or are you going to chill,
bro? Look, bro. No, dude. Super duper excited for this movie. I have been pretty indifferent, obviously. I think like all of us to all the DCU EU stuff because, well, it always kind of looks cool, and then you get severely disappointed as soon as you walk out of the theater.
True.
But this, man, good or bad, it's got Michael Keaton back as Batman, and like it is what it is, dude. That's my Batman. I was born in 1982, so that was the first Batman I ever saw was him, and it's just dude. So regardless of how well the movie is, I will be there. I will see it, and I will be loving every minute of Keaton Batman. I have a theory of who Keaton Batman is. I don't. Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. I'm not familiar with this version of Supergirl. I don't really read DC outside of Batman. But I think she looks dope as hell. It's a different take on her. Obviously,
it's a different universe. Like it's a different reality, multi-reality, whatever. But she's a beast, and it looks just like her though. They killed that part. Yeah,
I hope she wrecks some shit in there because I've been wanting to see Superman. Superman's my least favorite superhero. And that's just because he's too goody two shoes,
What?
Follow I know. Follow the rules.
Right,
and so and I know, I'm sorry. So I've wanted to see Kryptonian just wreck shit. And obviously they did a little bit in Man of Steel. But I'm hoping she's had some sort of psychotic break, or you would know better than I would, but I'm hoping she wrecks some shit. And then as far as Batfleck, it's good to see him back. He definitely got shafted with everything because like Brother Cousin says, all they had to do was course correct, and they had they had the makings of everything that could have been good, but for stubbornness or for whatever they chose not to do. And then Flash, well, Ezra Miller's doing Ezra Miller things, but I liked him as Flash in the movies he's been in. I thought he was quippy and funny, and I thought that his portrayal was cool, but I'll separate the man from the the person from the character, I guess, on this one. But dude, either way, I'm excited for it. It's a nice send off. I know everything's resetting off this, so I'm hoping it's good just for the sake of all these characters together look cool. So yeah, man, I'm in.
Definitely feeling that. We got a $5 super chat by Pedro Lopez. He said, "Do you think Hot Toys will make any of those Kenner inspired Batman suits they teased in the trailer?" Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Definitely, I would. They're going to go all in. Any chance they get, especially to make money, and they have the license for it already. Yes, they're going to actually do that. We got Rocket Man Chris, $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that, brother. He said maybe it's because I'm getting old, but did anyone else think about Michael Keaton's knees when he jumped that one thing and landed? I felt that. Hell yeah, bro. Anything that got to do with leaping and jumping, I'm like, well, first of all, we know that wasn't Keaton because Keaton was probably like, yeah, hell no, this is my knees.
Hell no.
I don't care if you put me in the yeah, we're gonna definitely CGI that because I ain't getting my knees on that. It's not gonna happen. Get out of here. Stop playing. It ain't gonna work. So whatever. But yeah, I definitely felt that. So yeah, I'm gonna go to you, Calvin, bro. Like I know, seeing that 89 in the film, you were like, yeah, and then see the Batmobile uncovered, yeah, and we're definitely going to get. Now here's the thing: you already know we're going to get that Bat cycle. Ben Affleck spins that cycle itself because that shit was dope as hell. What you think, bro?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna say anything that hasn't already been said or that will be said. All I know is I was a fucking 6-year-old again. Born in 83, that shit came out in 89. I was 6 all over again. I was like this. And then to wake up 2 days later, because I had to get up for early, I actually caught Jay's grill that morning. I woke up and rolled over and saw the damn, somebody hit in one of our chats hit me, and I was like, nah, you bullshit. And I looked again, I said, wait, this shit really came out?
Yeah, bro.
Say less.
Rallying on his job, though, man.
I know, bro.
He's slacking, bro.
Everything's been in the morning, bro.
He's sleeping in too late.
Because normally Raleigh would hit me up as soon as that shit drops, but it did drop early in the morning.
It dropped like 4 o'clock in the morning here, so
It was
so I'll give you some slack on that, Raleigh.
Yeah, thank you.
I used some slack on that.
But yeah, it's a good time to be a collector. I know that.
Hell
much.
yeah, it definitely is, bro. There's going to be a lot they're going to actually draw from this IP. It's going to be simply crazy. I can't wait to actually see it. Will, what you think about this? Are you cosplaying as any of these characters?
Yeah, I'm be cosplaying as all of them, bro. All 10 of them. It's interesting, Leo, because for me, like when I watched this trailer, I was like, damn, this does look pretty cool. But I'm having a hard time getting excited about it, and I might be alone on this one, and that's fine. I'm willing to stay on that island. But
can I interject real quick? That's because you've seen 89 like once.
Yeah, exactly. I've not even seen Returns, and I've seen 89, right? And it's funny. I really loved Snyder Cut. I thought that was great, but Flash is probably my least favorite. Like I always liked Flash. Like I didn't dislike Flash. Yeah. But it's not like I watched. Most of the time, I found Ezra Miller's performance as Flash. I was like, he always feels like he's doing too much. You know what I mean? It's always like some like quippy little joke or something, and I just feel like he didn't really fit in. And I liked him, but he was always my least favorite. So when I see this, and I don't really have a huge connection to 89 Batman, so I'm going into this sort of as just like a casual fan, not really looking for any sort of nostalgia from this film. I'm looking for it just to be a good movie, and it's going to have to sell me on these characters and this story without coming in with any sort of expectation about nostalgia or this or that. So I'm probably coming at it a little bit differently than a lot of other people are, because a lot of other people are like, holy shit, 89 Batman is back, baby. And I just don't care about that at all, because I like 89 Batman, but it doesn't really mean anything to me, right? Like I like it, but it was okay. I enjoyed it, but it's not The Dark Knight to me. Like if Christian Bale was coming back, I'd be like, hell yeah. So I get where everyone's coming from on that. It's just a little bit different for me coming at it. But I would say there's a lot going on in this
time in the wrong place, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. There's a lot going on in this trailer, but it does look like they're going to pull it off. This is sort of like DC's No Way Home, I guess. Kind of. It's like they're kind of going to bring in all these other characters and then reset the whole universe. And also, I guess maybe one of the other reasons I'm having a little bit of trouble, Charlie the Unicorn, having a little bit of trouble getting excited about it is because I guess it is like Brother Cousin was saying, like a final send off, right? But yeah. I wonder how meaningful it's going to be once they restart everything. It's going to, hopefully this is the film where they help do that. And I think that sounds like it's the plan. They're going to use this to kickstart everything and say, oh, the universe is all fucked up now. And now we got all these new characters. So that's, I think, what they're going to do. But I don't know. I'm excited to see it. And I think it's going to be a good film, but I'm just like because I don't know how much it's going to mean, because a lot of these characters aren't even probably going to be around. So it's like, it doesn't have to be, it can be a good film in isolation. Like the Joker, Joker's never going to overlap with Robert Pattinson or any of the other characters with Joaquin, right? But I still love the film. So I can still love it. I guess maybe I don't have as much hype going into it, because it's not like No Way Home where it's like, oh my God, it's Toby and Andrew and all. I have more connection to them than I do these characters. So
in the wrong place,
right. So I would say it does look like a good film, but I'm just kind of, and also I don't know if it's Calvin, whoever was mentioning, and Marvel's been doing this lately too, so we got to put that on them. I just, DC stuff, man, they seem to miss a lot. So it's like they shoot the bar really high, and sometimes they hit it, like with the Batman or Joker or like some of the others, like Snyder Cut I think was really good, and Shazam, I love Shazam. But then you have some like Black Adam where you get really excited about it and you're like, damn. And I look, everyone loves Black Adam, no issue with that, but I just did not like it at all. And and some of these, I really liked Aquaman, so that was good. But there's just been a lot of DC films, like even Suicide Squad, the original one, I was really excited for it. And I was like, okay, cool. And I hated it. So so maybe I think this will be better than that. And, I'm not even the biggest Superman fan. Riley knows this. So, it's I always got some flack for my Man of Steel take. I like Man of Steel. I just don't love Man of Steel. So I think it's okay. But and so that's why with DC, it's just hard for me to get excited about it. Because I'm excited, actually. I'm more excited for what James Gunn is going to do, actually. So I'm maybe in the minority a little bit, because I like what he's done in the comic book genre, and I want to see what he's going to do. And with DC, it just feels like everything they do in this universe is like, let's just throw some shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's basically what they have.
You're thinking of the old regime at this
point. It is. So and that's what they've been doing.
New regime. But here's the thing. And the reason why I think, for me, 89 or Michael Keaton, his take on Batman, that was the first. That was he took it. He basically, pretty much was the martyr for superhero films.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
After that, because he is the one who set the stage for a big blockbuster film. Back then, people were super excited to see this film on screen. You know what I mean? To see a depiction of Batman. No one ever thought that we would actually see something like that on screen. And when we got it, I mean, you got the hype around it, the merchandise. Like it was a huge, for people who were born around that time or actually, saw the film and in theaters. Like literally, bro, everybody was walking around with big ass Batman buttons and emblems and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like it was
a phenomenon.
It was a phenomenon
for what it was at that time. Pure nostalgia. I basically saw. Here's the thing, bro, and that's back then when you basically paid $5 to walk into a movie theater, and you can actually stay at that movie theater the entire time and watch it as many times you want for $5.
Right.
So that's it. You could get popcorn, soda, and everything else for $5. That's what I'm saying. Like I remember that time. So it was just completely nostalgic. Yes, Prince's soundtrack, definitely nostalgic. That's just what it was.
And it's interesting, Leo. And I don't want to give the wrong impression that I don't think this is going to be good, because I do think it's going to be good. It's just I'm not really going in with expectations, because DC has disappointed me enough that I don't really want to go in and get my hopes up, especially when these characters I don't really have that much of a connection to. And Marvel, they've been disappointing us lately too. Let's be real. But at least you can always say, well, they did deliver the first 3 phases, which were pretty dope. So, and Shang-Chi and, No Way Home and all that kind of stuff, which I love. So, I still give them the benefit of the doubt more often than not. But DC, it's just, I love DC, but I go in sort of with tempered expectations. Then if I'm surprised, like Shazam, I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. And it was great. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And Aquaman too, I was like, well, let's see how Aquaman is. I'm not feeling great about it. I actually really liked Aquaman a lot. So,
you see, I'm all right. I'm sort of in the minority when it comes to Shazam, because I didn't have a connection, and I'm not really excited as excited for the second film. I'm not.
When is that coming out? It seems
it's coming out pretty soon.
It's getting delayed. Yeah.
It's coming out pretty soon. And
it's like a couple months, isn't it?
It's like the hype is so surrounding because they showed this trailer. It's like that is coming out pretty soon, but the hype is mainly on this because of people.
No doubt.
So they're gonna have to ramp up the hype for that Flash. I mean that Shazam film. Definitely they're gonna have to do that, and it's gonna be weird because the reason why I'm not as hyped for it is because you've taken Black Adam out of the equation. Sure. And that's one of the fights that we wanted to see. I wanted to see that meeting. Exactly. And it's like, without that, Shazam, to me, at this point, really doesn't have a purpose. Like, to me, there's no purpose for that character, depending on where you actually take it, unless you give us such films or you give us a Kingdom Come film live action. Then he actually has a purpose. Then I can actually see, okay, yeah, we're going to go that route. But right now, you've taken that draw from us, and it's like, okay, we're not going to get that on screen, so I'm less interested.
And I'm also shocked, Leo. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just shocked that Ezra Miller still has a job. Like
for now, we don't know.
Right? Because
this is the reset too.
Yeah, some of the shit that Ezra Miller has done is pretty
definitely
remarkable.
A reset.
But I would say, Leo, the last point I'll say is like I wonder, like, because I think this film's going to live and die with the 89 Batman fans, which there are a lot of them out there. So I think that's where this film is. Because if you take him out of this film, I'm not so sure that everyone's going to rush to the theater. Maybe us in our echo chamber, like the super fans, but the more casual people, I don't know without 89 Batman that I think that's a lot of what people are going to see. Like, Flash is kind of like, yeah, I like Flash,
but here's the thing though, because it's crazy because I thought the same thing. But then if you basically follow the traffic since this trailer dropped, there's a lot of people excited about that Supergirl, bro.
Sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of people excited about that character. From what they've seen, it was like, oh, shit.
I hope she's dope.
There's a lot of people that are still, basically excited about Ben Affleck and seeing him in that iconic, the colored suit. And with the with the cycle. So a lot of people are actually excited about that. So there's a lot to be excited for. But then to even actually hear the director say, oh, what you're seeing ain't even the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's more. Yeah. There's more. There's more that we haven't even seen yet in this film and we're not ready for. So again, like to hear that, I'm definitely excited for it. So it's just going to really depend on how it's going to go. Real quick, we got a $4.99 super chat. But my man Louis Labitz, I'll never forget my brother and I got the Japanese version of Batman '89 video game.
Nice.
Had to shave the plastic size down to fit in the Sega Genesis. Yeah, bro, I remember that, man. That was Sega Genesis. Damn. Cam, I'm gonna go to you real quick, brother. I mean, are you somewhat hype about this? I mean, I know you're not really a DC
100%. Like, well, so I always tell you, like, what I'm saying, Batman started me out. as far as like in comics in the first place. So
Yeah.
it really got me into just the whole DC world and what it was made of. And like Brother Cousin said, this is very similar to Flashpoint, if not Flashpoint remake, honestly, because we've had the animated version where we saw Kal-El as a skinny, frail guy who was hidden from the Red Sun, who wasn't able to. And we saw that scene also with Kara here as well. When you saw the trailer. So I think that's really cool to see that dynamic and how they kind of like tweaked little elements. Instead of having Thomas Wayne, they decided to do a different world Bruce Wayne, which I think is super cool. But it's amazing how 34 years allows you to move in that suit a lot better than you did before. So I'm like, oh, he got more flexible over 34 years.
Then we get Zod back, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, you're getting Zod back. And if you think about when you go back to the animated version of the Flashpoint movie, you think about all the cameos that you saw in there. You know what I'm saying? You saw you got to see Green Lantern, you got to see Wonder Woman, who was now the Queen of Themyscira, as well as Aquaman, who was going against her. So we might see all these different, iterations since we are in a different world or different multiverse. So I'm excited. It's gonna be definitely something that's gonna lead into a good reset. I think for sure. Like a reset is probably the best way they could have done this. To be honest with you, and the thing about Shazam, I'm not hype about that either. The Shazam family, why are they here so early? I just felt like they introduced them way too early. Shazam didn't get to shine. He had to have his adopted family in there wrecking with him from the beginning. So I'm like, annoying, super annoying.
Yeah. I just, again, I mean, I liked the first film. I just wasn't overly excited about it. I was not as much as everybody else, because the thing is, it's it just didn't. I don't know. The connection just wasn't there. And now I'm really not as excited because of the simple fact that you've taken that Black Adam aspect out of it. You know what I mean? And it would bode well for an incredible story. So I don't know. We'll definitely see that, real quick. But thank you for that. Before I get to you, Riley, and then Carlos, we got a $5 super chat by Hoff's Hometown Hero. Over under 30%. This is our Supergirl after this movie. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. And the thing is, she's dope. You know what? As a matter of fact, Hoff, this is what I'm going to say. It depends on how successful this film is. And if people speak up about it, if they vote with their wallets and they think that she's good and they constantly talk about it, we can see her again. Because I'm saying, like I said, there's always potential, especially if you make money talks over everything else. So if money's there and they want her and James Gunn sees potential, then we'll get her. I mean, I would love for her to continue to be there, because I'm saying right now, she is highly talked about online. Basically, those scenes, people are loving this character. They're loving the suit. Hell, I love the damn suit because I got the thing that's a screensaver on my phone.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Let me go ahead and see.
It looks dope.
Yeah, it's fire.
Go ahead and see on my phone. Y'all can check this out, bro. It's dope. It's dope too. I love to see this on my phone, bro. Check it out.
Nice.
Look at that. Bro. That is so dope, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. So I mean, yes, I'm super duper excited about that. So who knows, man? We might actually see it. I don't know. It's gonna definitely be interesting. Riley, I mean, I know you're a Superman fan, bro. I know you are, bro.
So many mixed thoughts.
Yeah, man. So what do you think about this, bro?
I mean, I think that the trailer was actually really amazing. Yeah, I was excited. It's just got so much cool looking things about it. I mean, I think that it's just so many mixed things about it, because I'm kind of in agreement with Will and kind of not at the same time, because it's super exciting to see this. I think that the film's going to be super successful because, I mean, I think even James Gunn, I think he said that he watched this already and he thinks it's one of the best comic book movies he's ever seen.
What else was he gonna say?
I mean, I think that's pretty high praise. He could have just said, "Oh, it's pretty high looking."
Praise,
that's a pretty big thing to say for a movie that, I mean, he's getting rid of all these characters, so I don't even see why he'd say that. But hey, he liked it. So, but I mean, I'd trust his work because he's made really great looking movies. I mean, from his past movies he's made. But I think it's gonna do really great. I think the characters look really cool. I know Henry Cavill's not in it. I wish he was in this movie, man. But it is what it is. I was gonna say it, Carlos. You know it had to happen. But I'm still excited about it. I mean, the CGI and all the stuff that was happening in the trailer, it looked really good. I feel like CGI with DC, they do really good stuff. Like it looks really good most of the time, and like the running with the Flash, etc. I think the suit designs look really cool. Like they look really awesome, and Zod being back is really cool too. There's just a lot of like interesting things to think about for this film, but overall, like Will was saying, like even if this film does so amazingly well and it's just so talked about, like at the end of the day, like all the stuff we're seeing is going to be gone anyways. So I feel like that kind of sucks, because even if there's people who are like, oh my God, like I love this film so much. It's similar to Snyder Cut. Like you loved all those characters, but at the end of the day, they weren't going to come back and do like a whole series. Like it was just like nothing was going to happen at the end of the day. So it's kind of a love-hate for me, but I'm still excited to see it. I'm gonna watch, and I'm excited. I mean, Keaton being back is really cool. Obviously, I'm not the diehard 89 fans out there, because it's not my time. But he looks amazing, no doubt. And the scenes of him, like when he dropped down, he was taking those guys out. That was badass. So I'm excited. He's in there playing his music and everything. Really cool stuff. So yeah, a lot riding on this, and I think it's gonna do really. I'm anticipating it greatly. It looks like a really cool film.
Hell yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, man. Carlos, what you think about it, bro? What's your thoughts on it?
So, okay, I actually like DC, and I like a lot of the character from DC. I think the problem, and I'm actually a fan of 89 Batman. I was actually even thinking of, spending like $2,000 on a custom penguin from Batman Returns. So I like 89. And I've always said, if not for his unrealistic suit, I would give him, before Pattinson, the best Batman look, even over Dark Knight. So that's my opinion, though. However, I'm not the biggest. I don't trust DC, and I know it looks like seeing Keaton back and 89 Batman and all is pretty cool, but I'm more worried that they're gonna do him dirty and he's just not gonna he's gonna get his ass kicked, or I don't know, man. I feel like there's more that can go wrong with it, and him not do him justice or portray him correctly. And I'm more worried about that than anything else, honestly, just because it's DC. Because, if I look at Black Adam, the fight scenes were pretty cool, and some of the trailer pieces were really cool, but then it ended up being a huge flop, and I didn't end up liking Black Adam as a whole. So I think that's what my hesitation is. My hesitation is for this movie is that, they're going to, not do Keaton justice, and he's not going to end up looking good, or fans are going to complain about it. That's honestly my biggest worry is. Supergirl looks awesome. I think she's going to be a huge hit. I think the movie, it's going to reset obviously everything, and I think it's needed because they're so confusing at this point. Looking forward to it. I'm going to definitely be there that first weekend when it opens. But that's honestly my biggest worry, is that they're not going to do Keaton right. They're going to fuck it up somehow, because see, I would rather, it's like with all these really iconic movies over the years, like Elf and all those other ones, those Christmas movies, and they don't want to do sequels. It's one of those scenarios where I'd rather just have them not even be in it, so that they can conserve how good it was. Kind of why The Dark Knight, or Christian Bale said he never wants to come back unless Nolan comes back. And that's kind of what I feel with the 89 Batman. I'm like, I kind of don't want them to even touch it at this point. They have, and I'm just hoping they don't fuck it up. And knowing DC, man, that's my biggest worry. It's them fucking up the character. Yeah. And then I'm gonna be like, well, 89 Batman was cool, and now he has this resume of him getting his ass beat. You know what I mean, or something.
I mean, he was kicking ass in the trailer, bro.
He's 89 years old.
I think that's one scene, though.
Yeah,
I think
that's
one scene.
They got
one scene, bro,
because they know fans are here to see Michael Keaton. So
I don't know,
of course, we want a Flash film, and rightfully so. It's a Flash film, so a lot of it has to be influenced by Flash, because he's the one who's caused this in the first place. But I think in general they're going to give him he's going to get his just due, bro.
Because let's look at Multiverse of Madness. That looked badass, ended up being okay. Love and Thunder ended up being a fucking flop, and so many where it looks badass and they have badass scenes. It doesn't mean a whole lot. You know what I mean?
You could say the same thing about No Way Home, though. Why did they touch Tobey and Maguire and Andrew Garfield?
But they did them right at the end, though.
Exactly.
They did a good job.
But there was a lot of reluctancy on that too, though.
Right. If that wouldn't have came out right, they would have been like, "Why the fuck did you touch Toby and Andrew?"
It's a lot of pressure. But if you do it right,
if you do it right, that's my point. That's my big. And so, see, I'll rather trust Marvel and Sony with that than DC with that.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, it's like we trust them, but at the same time, if I'm trusting the word of a person who's coming into the fray, who's seen the film, and everybody who's seen it thus far have said nothing but high praise. Like, yo, this is a phenomenal film. That's why they weren't willing to basically put that on, on demand or anything like that. They wanted it to be seen in film on the biggest screen because they said it's going to be incredible. So I'm being optimistic about it. I'm just going to wait and see. I get what you're saying though with DC. They have a track record. Right now, Marvel is kind of teetering that same space as well, slightly, not as bad, but slightly. So we just have to actually see because there's a lot of inconsistencies.
Wonder Woman 84 looked dope. Just don't forget that in the trailer.
You know what?
I know. There's a lot of Marvel though recently that's been like really big misses.
That's true.
Real quick, we got a $4.99 super chat by Rocket Man Chris. So many things in the trailer to distract that not a single person has talked about the obvious villain. Hot Toys Reverse Flash. That is a good question. Are we going to get the Reverse Flash?
He's going to be in there. Yeah.
Is that
what Mike Fella said? He said, "Please don't kill off Keaton Batman. What if he dies?"
No, I think he's going crazy.
I think people would uproar. People would be pissed
He
off.
retired for what, like 34 years. He decided to come back.
Yeah, it's not like DC would like tell Henry Cavill to come back
because you have to think about that. You have to think about it this way. So look at it this way: he was in this film, but he was also slated to be in Batgirl.
Right.
He was supposed to be in that film, so he wasn't dying in this film. This film was going to come out before Batgirl. So he wasn't going to die in this film. So you never know.
Henry Cavill was also supposed to be the Superman. And then they're like, nah.
I hate James Gunn.
We don't know that, though. That's the thing is like, we don't necessarily know it. We got quality discussion, quality panel, over 170 watching, only 30 likes. Only 30 likes.
Hit that like button.
Yo, hit that like.
No one say shit until we get to 100.
Hit that like button.
We'll be dead silent.
Hit that like button straight up. Hit the like button. Come on, right now. Hit it. You can do it. It's easy. Just get us to 100 likes, man. It's all the placenta talk. Just do that.
Placenta talk.
That's what it was.
Brother cousin.
Damn it.
Brother cousin.
Yes, sir.
I got to start with you on this one, bro. I got to start with you.
Oh, yeah. I already know where we're going.
With you on this one. I have to start with you on this because there's been a lot of 89 talk, bro. So we talking about 89. It's been a lot of that. So
Jay, go get your 89 Batmobile.
So, bro, Jay,
hell no.
What do you think about this figure, bro? What do you think about this, man? When you got the announcement, because the thing is, you went before me yesterday, and I was watching you. I was watching you. I was like, yo, I'm on it. I gotta watch this. I'm pushing my shit out because my shit was I wasn't gonna do nothing until about 12 anyway.
Your shit out.
Yeah. Shut up, Carlos. Anyway, bro, what you think about this figure, man?
Man, I think it's some shit. No, I just had to say. I didn't want to say the obvious. Sorry. No, man, it's great. I mean, I'm looking like you know what? Now I can rest easy. It's a good day.
Yeah,
and because I've had my 89 for about since it came out, about 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I was always worried about it peeling. I was worried about it, because that suit is like, it's not the best. It's not the best suit. A lot of them are falling apart. Mine isn't exactly falling apart, but I just was always worried about it, to be honest with you. Now I can rest easy because I can get another one. And I'm happy about that. And I got to give a shout out to Carlos here. I'm going to give a shout out to Carlos. He did hook me up with a nice cape.
I did. I gave you a cape.
Yep, because the cape that came with it with the original was a trash bag.
A trash bag.
It was terrible. But so yeah, thanks to Carlos, I got a nice cape to go with mine right now. Speaking of that, it looks like they updated the cape. Now we all know Hot Toys capes aren't the best. We all know that.
At all.
If you want to get a good cape, go get you a Jackson Drew, because you see this figure with the old one with the Jackson Drew cape. It's phenomenal. It's
already ordered.
It's the way it should have been. There you go. It's the way it should have been. But this figure looks good, and they made some. It looks like they made some slight innovations to it. Not many, but they did retool the cowl, and they did some different to the face plates. It looks phenomenal. It looks good. I think it's well priced. I'm happy that people don't have to search for the ones that came out years ago and pay these exorbitant prices where it's not really worth that price. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So I am glad that they give collectors of today the opportunity to go back and get them. I mean, I know we all talk about 2.0s, but I think this was something that needed a 2.0 and they needed a reissue at best. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy for everybody that's looking to get this. This was a good day. This was like a holiday yesterday.
Yeah, it definitely was, bro. Seeing this piece, it was definitely phenomenal, and I love the way that cape looks like that, bro. So it does look. It definitely looks good, man. Calvin, I'm gonna go to you, bro, because you were watching the show yesterday, man, and highly involved. What do you think about this, bro? How did you feel when you saw it was revealed?
Oh, happy day. I need to start singing old spirituals. When I started my collection, these are the pieces I wanted. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love everything in my room, but these are the pieces I was looking for.
You don't have it?
I've got the Lego 989 right there. That's the closest I got. Okay, I was like, damn, that's all I can get. Let me go ahead and get that then. I needed some kind of representation. Yeah. Old boy of Frankensons, he had one. I pulled it to the side, like, oh, what we talking about this? 3K.
Oh, hell!
You got to be shitting me.
Damn.
They tried to hit me with the, well, if you want to pay cash, we can negotiate. I'm cool. I'll wait. The movie's coming out. We'll see what happens.
I'll wait. You a placenta.
There we go.
There we go.
Good things come to those that wait.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
So to see this trailer drop, we already knew Keaton was going to be dope in it, but when we saw this trailer drop, that was already dope. When I woke up to get ready for work at 4:00 in the morning, I hate getting up in the morning, but I had an early run that morning, and I roll over and I see not only a Batman figure, but I already have my Jazz Inc. order, but to see that the option of the '89 Batmobile as well for other people as well, so they could have their choice of it. I was like, now this is what I'm talking about. This is collecting right here. Yeah. This is what we've been waiting on. And then we got the deluxe. So we got the gargoyle diorama piece, bro. And I didn't realize this earlier, but I guess I just saw my post. There's a Vicky Vale shoe on the diorama somewhere. She's got a hill. There's supposed to be a hill on there. So if you go through the pictures, it's in there somewhere. I was like, that makes me want it even more. And then I'm gonna finish with this. So I've learned my lesson from just jumping up and just grabbing a pre-order anywhere. So I've got my retailers of who I deal with.
Right there. It's right there. You don't see it?
No. Well, on the screen, I think we're blocking.
The booty?
Hold up.
I don't see it.
Hold up. So
I think my head's blocking it.
Wait,
I'm
what
gonna
are
make the
looking
rain
for?
screen. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make the screen the main joint. You'll actually see it. Hold on.
There it is.
I see it now.
You see it?
No, where?
Oh, I do see it.
It's right there.
It's right there.
I mean, you keep saying it,
Carlos
bro.
is blind. It's where like the barricade stuff is on the right, right?
Yeah.
To the right of the bat symbol.
Oh, the white shoe
on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So
cool.
that made it that much
I'm gonna
better.
order it now.
What you say?
It's got feet, so Lael's into it. All
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Exactly.
the next
I'm gonna smell the fuck out of the shoe.
What? What?
Anyway, Carlos, go ahead and finish, man. I mean,
Go ahead,
Calvin, go ahead and finish, bro.
Anyway, all I was saying was I'm seasoned enough to know to sit back, don't just day one pre-order, jump on it. Let me see who's got the best deal. And I checked out Marco. I finally got a chance to use my $200 rewards with him. So I got mine shipped for $202 deluxe.
Oh, too.
There you go.
$202. So I'm sitting pretty right now.
That's exciting, bro.
Well, you're always pretty, Calvin.
I tried.
Those drawers don't drop themselves.
I was blessed. I was blessed with clear skin, so I tried.
There you go.
That's super dope, man. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about this. I haven't done this in a long time. I just want to try it real quick. Just because I need to.
Oh,
Come on,
back.
Come on, Cam. I'm mad because I meant to hit you myself. If anything, this should be the one that gets you to cross that line.
You said you started with Batman.
This is the one.
I don't think so, guys. This shit is stiff as fuck. Okay, look at this dude. I mean, like I like 89 Batman. Okay, I think he's good as far as not being able to move his neck. But other than that, I'm like, damn, boy. I don't know who's more stiff, you think, on these figures, the Val Kilmer version or the Michael Keaton version? Which one is
Val
Kilmer.
Okay.
What'd you ask?
Without a doubt.
Like which one's stiffer? Like which
That
one?
Val Kilmer is stiff.
He just wanted you to say that again, bro.
Yeah, Val Kilmer's stiff.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, the stiffest one is Robin, but well, that's the story for another
day. That's actually really accurate.
Yeah, that's for true. He's stiff.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Looks good though. Shit looks good.
Well, anything stiff looks good. Yeah.
You got the little got the devil booty out here and shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah, devil ass.
Booty wash, definitely. So, Will, what you think about this, bro?
I think this figure is awesome, dude. Like I already said, like I don't have the biggest connection to 89 Batman, but I can tell people are, dude, honestly, Leo, there's a figure every now and then that gets the whole community like, oh my God. And this is one of them. This is one of them that everybody's pretty much sitting, pretty, back in this figure because it looks great, bro. It looks great. And honestly, I like, this is not going to be one for me, obviously, but I'm so happy for all the people that really wanted one because I know, like Jay had mentioned, this thing has been a grail for a really long time. And now they've remade it, made some small improvements here and there. The gargoyle booty is great. Like they got a really nice, base for this thing, bro. Yeah, I mean, like it's they threw that in. The gargoyle's thick, but
wanted you to see that cheek booty.
Yeah, see the gargoyle cheek.
3 C's, baby.
Yep, they did. Yeah. So, but basically, yeah, I think this is great, Leo. I think the Batmobile is also really cool. So at the end of the day, bro, I know a lot of people, when I put my preview video out, a lot of people were commenting, was like, oh, automatic dopo. Yeah, so a lot of people are really excited about this. And I think it comes with just the right amount of accessories. The suit looks great. The head sculpts look great. The one with the teeth looks a little bit weird to me. But I don't really remember from the film if that's how he looked. I'm assuming he did, but
looks stupid.
Yeah, but other than that, it looks pretty dope. I love that it's swappable mouth plate, rolling eyeballs. Like, I'm glad the Hot Toys is really doing that for pretty much every figure now. There's very few exceptions where there's one that without rolling eyeballs. But like, I forget who was saying it, but there's so many more poses you can pull off by moving the eyes. And I love that. One thing I don't like is when the eyes move separately. It's too much power. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like because with Jack Sparrow or Darth Maul, you're spending so much time trying to get the eyes exactly right, and it's just make it one switch.
I agree. I wish they would go back to that one stick because it's
like the NR one was so easy, bro. They move in unison, like you put one switch and you move it, and it's great, and they're perfectly in sync. So that's how I think it should be. But nonetheless, I think this looks great, Leo. I'm super happy for the people that are getting it. I think this is I hope they put out the Bat computer shit because I know a lot of people are really excited for that, and that's obviously going to be its own accessory. Who knows how much that's going to cost? But you might add another
$1,000.
You think so? It might have maybe I would think it maybe like 250 or something like that.
Yeah,
you probably add
300.
Yeah, you might add another figure on top of it, basically in terms of cost. But I would say that overall, man, I'm glad people are really getting this because this has got people excited. For one thing, I will say though about the Flash one, I don't know how well that one's going to move because this one exists. So like if they make one from the Flash, I would assume most people would probably want this one. Maybe some people will double dip, but I don't know. I mean, if you only had to pick one, you're probably picking this one, I would assume.
It's a new costume. Batman does good. So, and it depends on what he does in the movie. But I mean, personally, I would be game.
If he gets his ass whooped,
there are a lot of big 89 fans out there. So, yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people that are willing to double dip. But there's going to, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. If people have to choose, I would assume they'd go for this. But I guess we'll see. But it looks dope, bro. Looks dope.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. Usually, actually, before I get to I got to get to this super chat that I actually saw here. We got OG Mando coming through with a $5 super chat. Thank you. He said, Leo, Hot Toys took the ex-Joker out secret base. That's all I got to say. So I guess we might get that Joker again.
Dude, can you imagine?
I mean, they did ban, so I feel like it's definite.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
We might definitely get that again.
What are they going to do?
I know, right? Yeah. That's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're going to go. Usby, what you think about this, bro?
Dope bro. Yeah, dude. Dude, I've been wanting a Keaton Batman forever. I think he came out before I was into collecting Hot Toys more seriously. So, by the time I got into it, it was just too unattainable. Him and the 92 one. Yeah, like I said earlier, Keaton was my Batman growing up. He was, I had all those toys from this and Returns, all those, Snowman Batmans, Submarine Batman, like all those shits that they made for these two movies. And super into it. So I'm glad I get to own him. I'm glad I get to own this figure as a new one, with the newer materials and all that stuff. So hopefully less degradation over time and all that, because I know it is basically a rubber suit. So Dude, super awesome. I got the deluxe. Had to get the deluxe because dude, that gargoyle is just freaking awesome. It's so it's it just reminds me a lot of the gothicness of the first film. So I'm into it. Definitely cannot wait to get this figure. And whatever else comes with it. I know we're going to talk about the car afterwards, so getting that one as well. And then as far as double dipping into Flash, we'll see. I think if one of my theories, well, one of the internet's theories, I guess is my theory too, but is correct. We'll see. We'll see how many people double dip this Batman in.
You talking about the Thomas Wayne theory?
Yeah,
that's going around.
I think that's true.
That's going around. That
we'll
definitely is. The Thomas Wayne theory is going around. So we'll see.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. We'll definitely see how that
into it
goes out.
And now that I know that it has feet on the base. Definitely get the deluxe. Do not get the standard. Get the deluxe. It's got feet on it. That's all that matters.
That's a very valid point.
Carlos, what you think about this, bro?
I think this is an awesome piece, man. I can't wait, honestly, for it to come out. I think 89 Batman, like I said, is one of my favorite Batmans out there. I think, I kind of want a custom cape too, but what I've learned is that when it comes down to anything custom, you have to wait until you get the body because the connection can change. I've already been fucked before with the custom capes. So I would want a custom cape for this. Once it comes out, just make sure the connection's all good and there's nothing, weird or anything. But dude,
because this is like a legit 2.0, right?
Right. So I kind of want to see what happens because who did I do it for? It was, I think, the Dark Knight, and the connection was a little different. So the cape I had fucked up my Dark Knight, and then which one else did I get? I think it was the Black Suit Superman, and the connection was different as well. So either way, I've come to learn just to wait on the custom capes until I get the actual figure, and then I can make the adjustments for it. But dude, 89 Batman, I don't pre-order anything. The only thing I've pre-ordered things are just in art because I don't know what's gonna happen there. But aside from that, man, I'm 100% gonna get this with the base because obviously I'm gonna smell the fuck out of that shoe every day. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be a great figure. I think people are gonna love this. And it looks, man. What else can I say? I will say this though. This is selling for what, 280 something? The non-deluxe.
The non-deluxe is is it 275 or 280?
Yeah, like 279 or something.
Yeah. If someone wants to sell me their 1.0 for sub 200, hit me up because I will do that deal and make it happen. So I'll be down to get a 1.0 because I don't know how tall this is going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same height if I had to guess. I haven't looked at the height though. So
I think it's going to be the same height because if the mold, and I know we're going to get into it for the Batmobile, the Batmobile looks pretty much the same.
It's the same. Yeah.
So they got to make it short so it can fit inside that Batmobile.
Yeah.
So you're probably right.
So, Jay, if you want to sell me yours for 180, I'm down. I will totally buy this because then I can just buy the base separately for like $100.
That ain't happening, cat.
You know what I mean? So someone out there is gonna sell this shit to me. I already know it. So
we got my bro Marco over there from Collector Zone. Definitely thank you for being in the building. Go out and check him out, man. And definitely got to check out. And basically, if you haven't already, become a member of the Collector Zone Cantina. If you haven't already, we give away great prizes. So you want to do that. Let me see here. No one has the DX09 except for Jay. That's XL Mafia. Definitely, everybody's probably hunting that. Riley, they'll talk to you about this piece, bro. What you thinking, man? What you thinking, bro?
You can skip his dumbass.
Oh my god, dude, it's actually a funny story. Yeah, I think this is like the first and only time where a hot toy got announced, and Will actually messaged me, and I woke up to his message.
Really?
Of like all time, dude, because usually it's always me. He calls me the Adam Schefter of collecting.
Yep.
So I'm usually up later and I see it, but this one came really late, so I was asleep. But yeah, it was funny how he sent me that. I just thought it was funny, and I saw his video. But yeah, it's a really cool looking suit. Obviously, it's not for me. I mean, it looks really awesome though, and I know that like a lot of people are happy about it. Like Will was talking about, there's been like praise everywhere. So I'm so happy for people who are picking this up. Definitely a big time release. And then we got, like, we will talk about that Batmobile. I'm excited. That's a really cool looking piece too. And we got these like teases, and you know how I am with teases. I'm not a big fan of them when they do this because like We just never know if they're going to do it or not. But
They gotta
hopefully,
get a
because
computer.
yeah, people are excited about these Bat computers. They want it, but yeah, it's really cool looking piece. I'm happy for collectors, and that the sculpts, like people talk about, look really good. It's funny how when he's smiling, he has the battle damage. I mean, I mean, they're like the blood or whatever. Like, I wonder why they did that. Is it maybe because in the movie was he smiling like when he got punched or something? But I figured like it would be more like him with the serious.
I think people
face,
smile when they get punched.
I mean, apparently what we're looking at here.
If you're Batman, you do, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm happy for collectors. That bat symbol in the middle is pretty dope looking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Are you gonna pre-order it?
No, I'm not getting this. No.
Oh, wow.
Not for me. I mean, I watched Batman. Like I watched this once, just like Will, and I was like 12, so not for me.
Man, come on, man.
Younglings,
So Jay, I'm gonna go back to you
Yes, sir.
because this is familiar territory, bro. I'm definitely familiar territory for you. So we have this Batmobile.
Ooh.
Now, it was surprising that they released both in the same damn day. That they revealed both in the same damn day. And I will say that again, because you have it, you can actually tell what is different, what is not, if it's the same mold. You can kind of give us an idea on that. Now, I say it to say this. Now, we have options, bro. We know we basically have options. Me, myself, I know I'm getting that Jazz Inc. version because of the accuracy, because of, what I know I'm going to get from that particular piece. And I want that realism. So I'm excited about that. But with that basically being said, though, I'm also excited that Hot Toys decided to release this, bro, because they didn't have to, but they did. And I think that's it bodes well because you have variety now. You have two options. You can go for this particular option especially if you're a Hot Toy collector that you want to stay in that wheelhouse, you can do that. It's less expensive. You don't have to worry about, expense, stuff like that. Good. I mean, if you want something more high end, you have Jazz Inc. So we have the best of both worlds. But anyway, what you think about this, bro?
So looking at what they have given us from this, looking at the pictures and everything, and I've been going back at mine, looking at mine, inspecting it. It looks exactly the same, minus one thing. Looks like they're not giving you the shield that goes over it, which was a plasticky thing. They just went over it, but it was good because at the time this thing was released, there were no Maji cases, you know what I'm saying? So there were a lot of Detolf collectors, and even though people came up with their, cabinets to put this in, but it was a first. I think this was like Hot Toys' first big vehicle. So they gave you that shield. Actually, it was the two things. It was the shield from the movie, but it was also to protect the piece from getting scratched because it was a big piece, and they didn't know, people didn't know what to do with it at the time. And it looks like they're not giving you that with this. And I think they did that to appease the older collectors so they can, have their, they can still keep their grails, quote unquote. And so that can somewhat retain value, which I don't think is going to retain value with this one coming out. But, that's a whole nother conversation. But, to answer your question, it doesn't look different than what I already have. It looks exactly the same. You get the shin breakers, you get the bat disc, you get the turbine, you get the guns, you get all that what you get with the older package minus those bat shields. And taking a look at this one and comparing it to the Jazz Inc. one, I noticed, and even comparing it to the movie, I was like, you know what? Even having mine, even when I first got it, I was like, it looks not weird, but it is a tad short. I do think that I do look like just eyeballing it. It looks short. Now, what this, what it comes down to is that what we're talking about is about 4 inches completing.
That's me.
Competing.
That's really big, dude. That's 4 times more than you actually need.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that's big.
Scientifically accurate.
Right. So it's just, we're talking about 4 inches comparing to the Jazz Inc. one. So that's the, what I'm saying? That's the thing. And that can mean a lot to collectors and displays. I know my display right now, I'm doing a whole shelf rack, muscle rack case type of thing, which I think I have 40. I think I have is 48. It's 48 inch span. So if I wanted to do the whole Jazz Inc. thing, I could get it in, but then it's like, I know this sounds weird, but it's just, but I'm just telling you just gotta think about like displaying options. Do I think the one that we're getting from Hot Toys will be better to display for collector. It just depends. You just got to know what you're getting into. But looking at Jazz Ink, I do think that one has more accuracy. But it really just depends on. I just think honestly to say, it's good that we have options. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. It's good that we have options. If you want something with a little bit more bells and whistles, go with Jazz Ink. If you want something that is a fucking flex and just looks good, and you can get the Batman in there, go with this one. So it's good that we have. I mean, at the end of the day, I think the collectors win, and I think that's that's my spill on it. Me personally, if I was going to get another one, with me, it's like I would probably most likely go after the Jazz Ink because that's something I don't have, and that's a piece that's going to be custom and made for me.
Yeah, signature and all that.
So that's something that I would go to. I'm pretty much looking at this. I already have it. So, but it does make me feel better now that I can actually rest easy because once again,
it's the same. It's not like it's too much different from what you have already. You don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. And if I wanted to get another one, or if I want to tamper and mess with the one that I have, I can do that now without, worrying about like, damn, if I mess up, damn, that's $2,000, $751, I can get this. So I think it's good for collectors.
Yeah, definitely, bro. That's some great points, bro. Like, I mean, if you want pizzazz, if you want something that's more high end, museum type of piece that's really decent, more, photorealist, it's just real. The realism is there. You have the Jazz Ink version. But if you ain't trying to spend the coinage, you can go with this particular version and it still looks good. It's like you're not taking away from it. Like, there might be certain subtle differences, but I mean, this is early stages. They could change. Who knows how it's going to be? We have to kind of wait. But I mean, it is what it is when it comes to this. Will, what do you think about it, bro?
Dude, I think the Batmobile looks great, bro. And from, coming from someone like me who maybe doesn't know about as much about 89 Batman and the accuracy of the Batmobile, I think they both look great. So I think it might be one of those situations maybe where, I guess with some of the people we're reviewing, like sort of Hot Toys and InArt, right? Where there may be two different price brackets. One has rooted hair and so forth. I think maybe you could view, it sounds like these Batmobiles similarly. You could look at the Jazz Ink Batmobile and be like, okay, that's for the ultimate 89 Batman fan who really wants to spend the money for that little bit more extra accuracy. Whereas Hot Toys one is like, okay, like I really like Batman 89. I really want a Batmobile in my collection, but I don't want to spend what it takes to get the Jazz Ink when I can just go with the sure thing and Hot Toys. So I would say, bro, nonetheless, it looks great. And like I said, like you mentioned, Leo, the more options we have, the better, man. I think, honestly, we can have, these vehicles and figures in every sort of price, bracket, and everybody wins from that. Everybody can look at this and everyone's going to get a dope ass 89 Batmobile if you want one. And, $700, that really ain't bad, man. That's really not bad for a vehicle of this size. And has some cool light up functions. It's pretty damn cool looking, bro. It's pretty damn cool. So for me, I've never purchased a Jazz Ink product. I'm definitely intrigued to learn more about them because I feel like I need to familiarize myself a little bit more with Yost and his offerings because I just, he hasn't really made anything that I've been super interested in yet. So, but, I feel like I probably need to, pick up my knowledge base in that realm because I just haven't really had much experience with Jazz Ink. So, but I'm definitely interested in learning more. That said, I'm glad that Hot Toys made this. Clearly, it's going to be awesome. And hey, if you really want those 4 extra inches and you really want that accuracy, then nothing wrong with that. People can
Carlos.
Yeah, exactly. You want that 4 inches extra of Carlos and that extra accuracy, then you can do that. So, it's going to be dope either way, bro. So I'm happy for people because you're going to get an amazing piece either way, man. It's Hot Toys or Jazz Ink. Either way, you're getting a cool ass Batmobile.
Definitely. Calvin, your thoughts on this, bro?
Y'all already know where I'm at.
It's
replacing Legos. That's precisely what this is going to do. I went with the Jazz Ink just because he's already doing my 95. I already had the Justice Mobile, so I just figured outside of my tumbler,
95?
I was just going. Yeah, I've got that ordered as well. So I just figured outside the tumbler, I've already got the rest of the series outside the 22 and the 66. I didn't order those, but otherwise, I just figured out my garage would have Jazz Ink, custom pieces.
Nice.
Anybody that hasn't ordered yet, Marcos hit me earlier and said he was getting some more Batmobiles in, and I know his week deal was 18% off, so it was like $680 shipped.
Marcos from
Collector's Own.
Word, I got 80.
Yeah, So he had a mean, and trust me, I've looked at that deal a few times. Like, yeah, maybe I should go ahead and just dip, but I already went with Jazz Inc. So that's my mistake.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Otherwise, I'm hyped.
Yeah, hell yeah, Carlos. What you think about this, bro?
Oh, me, man. I think it's great that honestly we got a Batmobile from Hot Toys. I think it's as everyone has said, it gives people options. I was looking earlier today at the official, so it's on Amazon and it's like $30, but it's like the official Batmobile guide, and it says that actually the Jazz Inc. version of the length, which is about 110 centimeters, is actually correct, compared to the Hot Toys one. So that's an accuracy thing. So I went with Jazz Inc. I believe they provide a better quality product than Hot Toys. I've owned the Justice League Batmobile. I've also owned the Falcon cockpit, and I still believe that they are a better vehicle than the Hot Toys one. So originally, my very first vehicle I ever bought was the Blitzway Ecto One, right? Which that was is the best vehicle made to date. And that's the first time I got it. I was like, okay, I expected all vehicles to be this great. When I got the Jazz Inc., it was really good, but Blitzway, it's on a whole other level. Of course, they've done more of these. But when I got the Hot Toy Tumbler, it felt like a really, like a toy. It felt more like a toy. It felt very plasticky. It didn't feel premium. And then compared to the Justice League Batmobile from Jazz Inc., it definitely felt what you're getting from them, which is quality. I've always said, and Yost has said, I believe on your show to lay out that, in the beginning, yes, their first earlier versions had some problems. Their later versions tend to be the best ones, which even we all can agree with. Something that I'm sure he's working on so that his first versions are just as good as his last ones, right? He's improving and getting better. But if I had to bet my money on anything, by that time this one comes out, the 66 is going to be out. I'm pretty sure the 95, and I'm pretty sure the 22 Batmobile is going to be out. So he's going to have a ton of experience with the 89. So for me, it's Jazz Inc. Of course, if you, like Will said, if you don't feel like you need the extra Carlos, or you don't feel like you want, the extra little details, then hey, you can go with the Hot Toys. As always, options are a good thing. Again, I feel confident in what Jazz Inc. is providing.
Yeah.
After understanding what Hot Toys, Blitzway, and Jazz Inc. is doing.
Because you've had them all. You had
them all. So I
can.
When I only had Blitzway and Jazz Inc., I was like, yeah, why is there there's a difference? Because there is a difference. I will say that from Blitzway to that. It's a huge difference. We're talking about die cast and the gold tier standard of what a vehicle would be. And doesn't mean the Jazz Inc. it's bad. It's not. But I was comparing it to that. So I was kind of disappointed, honestly. But then when I got the Hot Toy and the Jazz Inc., I was like, oh shit. This is not even close second. So that's how I saw it. So for me, I'm all for Jazz Inc., man. After having all of them and the latest versions, I can say Jazz Inc., man, it's the way to go. If you have that extra cash, if you want those extra details, that's what I think. But again, hey, $715 or $680 ship, that's a good deal too. So it's really depending up to every collector.
And like I said, I said this yesterday, you get the best of both worlds, because you can have the figure, you can have the Hot Toys figure, the 2.0, and you can still get the Jazz Inc. vehicle. I mean, if that's the route that you want to actually take, I mean, you're still getting, those options. And again, for people who, don't really want to pay that much, you can still have this. It's still a nice display. It's not taken away from it.
No, it's not. And it's funny because, we always talk about the Tumbler, him getting Tumbler. I'm like, look, you haven't owned any other vehicle, so you're going to love the Tumbler. The problem is that if you go from owning the Ecto 1, Jazz Inc., and then you own Hot Toys, you're like, oh yeah,
you see a clear difference.
There's a clear
I have the
difference.
Game Toys Cloud bike, and I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. See, okay, so the Game Toys Cloud, that feels like something like Jazz Inc. would do. It's good. The speeder bike, if you've ever owned one, that's comparing it to how cheap Hot Toys would feel like. So
yeah.
So, and like I said, I've owned them all. So
Carlos, did you ever have? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Carlos, did you have the DeLorean, the Hot Toys DeLorean?
No, I never had the DeLorean. picked up a DeLorean, but I never bought the DeLorean. Yeah.
That's one of their. I would say that's one of their better vehicles. It has a heft. It's still plastic. It's still that Hot Toys plastic. But I do think that's one of their better vehicles. I think
I picked up the '89 Batmobile in the past, and it was pretty cheap. But then I was like, yeah, but there's an older vehicle. But then I got the recent Tumbler, and I was like, oh, like this doesn't feel very good. Not for like, you know what I mean? Because but see, the DeLorean and the Batmobile or the '89, they're older, so I expected them to be more plasticky. But I didn't expect the Tumbler to feel cheap. It's like the Batpod. The Batpod feels pretty ass, honestly. So
yeah. Shout out to my guy Romy One Kenobi. I got that reference, bro.
CBT.
Oh my god, bro! Y'all had to watch Comic Book Talk with Friends. Y'all watched the last one. You'll know why. This shit was funny as fuck. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. Hey, yo, Marco, yo, hit me up, man. Definitely, if you still got that Batmobile, we gotta talk. We'll talk. We'll definitely talk after this. But yeah, good points, man. Like I said, if you have the vehicles, you can definitely tell the differences between. Are you getting this, bro? You getting this, man?
I'm getting one of them. I don't know if it's Jazz or this one.
Yeah.
My pocketbook wants me to get this one because it's just $700 or $800 after shipping, and everything has a good chunk of change. So and you're not going to go into my collection room, look at this, and be like, what the fuck is that? It should be 4 inches longer. I don't know what that vehicle is. You know what I mean? So it's a good representation for $700. I mean, $700 is a ton of money, but it's not $1,600 or $1,700 for perfect. So
sorry about that, Ronan. Yes, I know you in the
worries.
chat. We still good, bro. You already know that, man. It was funny as hell. We my bro. Go ahead, man. But go ahead and finish.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much done. I know we're going long, but I'm definitely getting one of them. Haven't decided which one yet. I'm gonna sort of do some research this weekend and see which one is. I know Jazz, I think, is going to be the ultimate one, but $800, $800. That's a lot of extra figures or sneakers or whatever. So we'll see. But one of these will definitely be in my collection 100%. So
yeah, definitely.
Hey man, you buy nice or you buy twice, man. It's one of those, and I think. But Jazz Inc. is like, everyone can do what they want, but I'll just say this. I'm pretty sure that, those who saw the final rooted version of the NR Joker, they're like, damn, I should have bought that instead of the sculpted version because it looks a lot better. It is going to be that same scenario. Those 4 inches, bro, trust me, makes a difference.
4 inches. That's what my wife says. So I don't know.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
I don't think, honestly, I don't know. I guess it just depends. I mean, because we haven't seen Jazz Inks yet. We got, and I think once we have both of those we see them both live, and we can do a comparison. I think that's when that's when collectors can make that decision. But I do will say, knowing Jazz Ink's quality, especially as of lately, what they're doing with these Batmobiles, and that they are officially licensed by WB, I think I think you're safe. If you're going that route, you are safe. But it is, and I think like somebody said in the chat, you also got to think about it like this. For collectors, and in this economy that we're living in, you're practically buying 2 Hot Toys Batmobiles for that price. So you got to really, you know what I'm saying? It's like you could buy a DeLorean and a Batmobile
for that price.
I guess for me, it's like Hot Toys makes the original version, and mind you, this is going to be some wrong words, I guess, but like the Hella, you can buy a third-party Hella, or you can buy the Hot Toy original accurate version. And I'm not saying Hot Toy is third-party in this case, but I'm saying one is inaccurate and one is accurate. And I've always lived by that. It's like we as collectors should always try to get the best version that we can afford. So if you can afford it, I think you go with Jazz Inc. Always buy the best version that you can reasonably afford without overstretching your budget. And the nice thing is that Jazz Inc., and again, I'm not a show for Jazz Inc. I don't get kickbacks or anything. I'm saying though, because I think the quality is superior, they do a payment plan, so it's like $90 or something like that per month. So it's affordable in that sense. So
pay it off, you'll be definitely good. Definitely. Cam. No.
No.
Not even Calvin's Legos.
Cam's like, nope. He said, nah, it ain't going.
It looked good. But It reminds me of going to Six Flags, so I'm not going.
Six Flags?
Yeah, they had the Batmobile
With the fire, you're like, oh
yeah,
shit, man, this shit real.
yeah, that's crazy. That's nuts, man. What about you, Riley? You gonna get your hands on this?
Nah, man. Nah, not for me. Not for me, unfortunately. It looks it looks really cool, though. I know a lot of people. I'm more, if you already know. I mean, I'm still waiting on that Pattinson Batmobile from Hot Toys. They teased it. It's like it's almost been a year from now, so it's pretty crazy how long we've been waiting. But I mean, I'm thinking it comes anytime. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what Hot Toys is doing, to be honest. But I hope it does drop soon. I've been debating going with the Jazz Inc. Batmobile from Robert Pattinson, but I'm still trying to hold out just to see my options rather than go down Jazz Inc. But time's running out on pre-ordering that one. But like I said, this looks great though. It looks really awesome. I know a lot of people were happy that Hot Toys did this. I mean, people talked about like the price, the retail for this price it's an amazing price for a vehicle. I mean, with the way the economy is now, like they couldn't put this at 800 or 900, and I feel like people still would have ordered it at that price. Yeah. And the fact that it's under that is really, really good price. So, but like people said, also Jazz Inc. I think like people were even making like spreadsheets or like photos of like there was a lot of more accurate stuff with the Jazz Inc. and compared to Hot Toys. Like it's just a fact. There's been photos of it on the rear end, the sides or something, the length of it, etc. But again, you are paying that extra price for that. So it's just like you said, and you're also getting all the gimmicks with like the noises and all this and that. That's why I'm also kind of tempted to a Jazz Inc. to go with the Batmobile.
And possibly it's going to be a rotating canopy as well. Like it might actually.
And this one might have the smoke effect too.
And I'm not thinking if he makes that rotating like that canopy work, because I know he was saying that that could be a thing, but they're still working on it. He wasn't quite sure because using servos and motors on something like on something that you're even though it's mass producing could be kind of hard. But if he gets that to work, I ain't gonna lie, for me, that's like okay, I'm definitely getting that.
Bro,
that would be pretty wild. But
pull that off, and on top, bro, if he can pull that off, if we get the sound effects, and if we actually get the music, bro, I'm all in. I'm all in, bro. If we get that music, I am definitely.
Take notes.
Take notes. Take notes. I know he gonna probably watch this on a replay. So take some notes, bro.
Take some notes, bro.
Real quick, Riley. I believe he's closing the PO for the 22 at the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly. So
right,
something like that, like right around the end of the month. So time's ticking. So I gotta make a decision. But we're gonna find out. I'm gonna decide it. But overall, happy for people picking this up. This is a beautiful looking piece. Even with the Jazz Inc., there's so many options, and it's just helping out collectors. It's awesome.
Definitely. I know we ran over time, everybody, but it was definitely a nice one. Marcos, thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you for basically being here. I'm gonna hit you up later, man, about that. But we got pretty much 160 people in here on your way out. Make sure if you haven't already hit that like button. Everybody's link to their channels, their information is actually out there. I even got the link to Carlos's group it's there, so you'll basically find the place for collecting is the link is right there on the page. You can actually click it. Run over. So like I said, I know that because we're literally past Will's bedtime. Like literally,
he's gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, bro.
He definitely got to go to sleep. So anyway, we're not going to go around here. Look, I'm just going to say you'll find everybody's link in the description below. So make sure you do that. And on top of that, man, like literally, you have options. That's all I'm going to say. You have options. Again, I know I'm going Jazz Inc. because, like I said, I just want that realism and I know what I'm getting with that piece. But I mean, for people that don't want to go that route, you can actually get something like this, and you'll still have a decent. Yeah, why not both? For some people, here you go. But I mean, you'll have definitely a decent display, decent collection. I'm just happy that I'm going to get my hands on that 89, and I'm excited about it. What do you guys think? Let us know. As always, it's been a great show. Love you guys. We all got some great things popping up here pretty soon. I don't know why. You know what? I'm not even gonna give Carlos a chance. Let me just mute him real quick because I know he's gonna say some crazy shit.
Always.
Like, literally. So always he's gonna say some crazy shit. So anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Until the next one, man. I love y'all. It's been a great show. We are out. Peace, love, all that good stuff. What you say?
Placenta, 50K placenta, baby.
50K
placenta,
straight up. 50K. If you want a placenta, it's on sale. 50K. Get yours, and you can. Hey, some people
49K. 49K.
4 inches, baby. 4 inches
all day, every day. But anyway, man, see you guys later. We out. Peace.